Bryan in October of 1996 and was the leading scorer that year. Matt continued his successful senior campaign on the wrestling mat. He was the NWOL League champion and placed third at districts, earning a trip to state. At state, he was the Division III Ohio High School Athletic Association individual runner-up in the 160-pound weight class. He was also a state qualifier the prior year during his junior year of high school. Next up, Nick Demeline. Nick is a 2014 graduate of Liberty Center High School, and he had an illustrious career in football and track and field while wearing the orange and black. On the gridiron, Nick was a three-time first-team All-NWOAL selection at center and nose guard. He achieved these accomplishments in 2011, 2012, and 2013. In 2012 and 2013, Nick was selected a first-team All-District center, earning Lineman of the Year honors in 2013. Nick earned All-State honors twice, and as a junior, he was tabbed third-team All-Ohio, and as senior, he was first-team All-Ohio. Nick's accomplishments did not stop in the fall as he went on to be a standout athlete in track and field at Liberty Center and beyond. Nick's accolades in high school include a state championship in the Division III shot put competition in 2014 and a state runner-up finish at the 2013 state championships. Nick still holds the Liberty Center High School record and the NWOAL shot put record and the Division III Ohio High School state shot put record. His accomplishments in high school earned him a scholarship to compete at the collegiate level at Western Kentucky University. While at Western Kentucky, Nick was the 2016 Conference USA Indoor and Outdoor Shot Put Champion. And after being the Conference USA Outdoor Shot Put Champion in 2015. After his sophomore year at Western Kentucky, Nick transferred to the Ohio State University to compete in track and field. In 2017, while at Ohio State, Nick was the Big Ten Outdoor Shot Put Champion, the East Regional Shot Put Champion, and placed third at the NCAA Championships in Eugene, Oregon. At this time, he also earned first-team All-American honors while throwing the shot at Ohio State. Other accolades include Big Ten Conference Indoor Runner-Up in 2017, Big Ten Conference Outdoor Runner-Up in 2018, and NCAA Division Second-Team All-American honors in Indoor in 2018, and Division I NCAA First-Team All-American honors in Outdoor in 2018. Next up, Denise Matheny Moeller. A 2005 graduate of Liberty Center High School, she was a three-sport standout in volleyball, girls basketball, and track and field. On the volleyball court, she was a two-time first-team All-NWOAL selection in 2003 and 2004, and a two-time first-team District 7 selection in 2003 and 2004. In 2004, she was selected as both the NWOAL and District 7 Player of the Year and was named an All-Ohio Honorable Mention. She still holds the Liberty Center High School volleyball record for the most kills in the season with 314 during her senior year. On the basketball court, Denise was named first-team All-NWOAL and first-team All-District 7 her senior year. Her most distinguished accomplishments came on the track. Throughout Denise's career, she was an 8-time individual NWOAL champion, a seven-time individual district champion, a 13-time regional qualifier, and a 6-time state qualifier, with 5 of those appearances ending in podium finishes in Columbus. In 2000, she was part of the 5th place 4x4 meter relay team at the Division III Ohio High School Athletic Association Track and Field Championship. And in 2004, she placed 3rd in the long jump and 6th in the 300 hurdles at the state meet. And in 2005, she finished 3rd in the long jump and 5th in the 300-meter hurdles at the state meet at Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium. Next up, Caitlin Morris Portis. Athlete in volleyball, girls basketball, and track and field. But her standout careers in basketball and volleyball are highlighted in her induction into the Athletic Hall of Fame. On the volleyball court, Caitlin was a 3-time first-team All-NWOAL selection and a 3-time first-team Division 7 District 7 selection, as well as being honorable mention All-Ohio in 2006 and 2007. In 2008, she was selected as the NWOAL Player of the Year. Her name is etched all over the Liberty Center volleyball record book as she holds the LCHS records for the most kills in a match and in a career, the best hitting percentage in a season and a career, the best kill percentage in a season and a career, and most points scored in a season and in a career. As of 2023, she is still in the top 25 for career kills in the Ohio High School Athletic Association history at number 19 with 1,476 career kills. While she has loved volleyball, basketball was her true passion. On the basketball court, she earned first-team NWOAL honors 3 times, was a first-team All-District 7 recognition athlete 3 times, and was named All-Ohio Honorable Mention in 2009. She holds the LCH career records for the most career block shots and most block shots in a game. To match her 1,000 career kill mark in volleyball, she also scored 1,000 points in high school basketball. After high school, she accepted a full-ride scholarship to compete in basketball in Division I at Youngstown State University. Next up is Wade Van Sickle, a 2005 graduate of Liberty Center. Wade is represented tonight by his parents, Buddy and Terry Van Sickle. He participated and excelled in both wrestling and football while at Liberty Center. On the wrestling mat, Wade had a stellar career during his senior season that ended with a state championship in the 215-pound weight class in Division III. That year, he had a record of 48-0 and was the NWAL sectional and district champion. Prior to his state championship, he was a state alternate in 2004 and a state qualifier in 2003. He was named the Toledo Blade and Crescent News Athlete of the Year his senior year. After high school, Wade earned a scholarship to wrestle at the Division I level at Duke University. While at Duke, he led the team in wins during the 2005-2006 season and was a top heavyweight wrestler in the program in the 2007-2008 season with a 21-7 overall record and a 7-1 record in dual action. He finished with a collegiate record of 60-40, winning his first and last match as Blue Devil. He was an ACC academic all-conference wrestler and won 2005 to 2009 academic All-American recognition. Wade was also a great player for Liberty Center on the football gridiron. He was a 2-time first-team All-NWOAL selection at offensive line and a 2-time first-team All-District selection at offensive line. He earned honorable mention All-Ohio honors as both a junior and a senior. Next up are the girls cross-country teams from 2011, 2012, and 2013 being recognized into the Liberty Center Athletic Hall of Fame. These teams were back-to-back-to-back state champions in the Ohio High School Athletic Association Division III. Earning all-state honors each year were, in 2011, Brittany Atkinson, Kelly Hubert, and Paige Chamberlain. In 2012, Brittany Atkinson, Kelly Hubert, and Paige Chamberlain. And in 2013, Brittany Atkinson, Paige Chamberlain, and Jenna Balmer. The athletes from those teams and coaches from those teams that are with us tonight include Coach Jimmy Winsman from the 2012 class, Ashley Barnes, Chelsea Knapp, Lauren Speed. From the 2013 class, Kelly Hubert and Jamie Vickers. From the 2014 class, Sarah Knapp. From the 2015 class, Abby Barnes. From the 2016 class, Hannah Knapp. From the class of 2017, Cheryl Davenport, Marky Bly, and Maddie Roseman. The Hall of Fame now includes not just athletes and coaches, but also members of distinction, which can include coaches, community members, and others who have impacted Liberty Center athletes in many ways over the years. The inductee for the 2023 class is a member of distinction, Kip Kern. Kip is recognized and represented tonight by his eldest son, Barry Kern. Kip was a lifelong supporter of Liberty Center athletics. He had a special love for Liberty Center Tiger football. Kip played football here at Liberty Center for 4 years, being a letterman in 1940, 41, 42, and 43, and earning the role of captain his senior year. Kip and his wife Cecilia were lifelong residents of Liberty Center, and their love of this community, school, and football team is evident as they attended over 500 football games during their 72 years of marriage. Kip coached on and off over the years for Liberty Center and sponsored a Liberty Center High School scholarship for students for nearly 3 decades. Stories and memories of how Kip and Cecile inspired Liberty Center and impacted athletes and students alike will be remembered for years to come. Kip is also noted for authoring the famous Liberty Center football battle cry of "Hit, Liberty, Hit." Tomorrow night will be the induction into the Liberty Center Athletic Hall of Fame with a formal ceremony and banquet representing this class of 2023. Please join us in a big round of applause in congratulating the 2023 Liberty Center Athletic Fame inductees.
Near the banks of Dry Creek, in the house that Rex built, the field of Kip Burns Valor. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the field for Liberty Center Tiger High School marching band. Band is under the direction of Mr. Van Letterman, assisted by Bryce Trapp and major ed instructor Rachel Lewis. The band is led on the field by drum major Reese Haslett and Dave Gator. The band would like to wish the cheerleaders a fantastic season. Isn't it great news of home cooking and always go tired? Please enjoy as your band is in the formation and has a 45-year tradition known as Proclamation.
Well, good evening, Tiger sports fans. Tonight here on LC Tiger Sports Live, it's Varsity football. The men in black will be hosting the Knights of Otsego. I'm your host, Mark the Captain Mike. Spike Whitman on the call. Scott Barrett on the color. And Mr. I said, Brian Babcock in the booth with us, too. We've got another mystery guest. We'll bring him on in a little bit. So, guys, exciting time. Hall of Fame Day. We did the live pregame from Grandma's Country Store down there. A lot of things happening, guys.
And it's all lead-in to Liberty Center Tiger football. As Mark mentioned, the Tigers take on the Otsego Knights. Liberty Center, of course, as you all well know, are 2-0, coming off a big win over Napoleon. Otsego, on the other hand, who has been a winning team the last 3 years. They've had 2 double-digit winning seasons. Last year they went to 6-4, but in 3 of those 4 losses, they only lost by an average of 1 touchdown. So, coming into this year, they lost to Bowling Green by 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, and then with Tenora, same opponent. Scott, take over. What's the comparisons there do you see between Tenora, Liberty, and Otsego?
Well, I think when you take a look at, competitive schedules and can you try to match up strength of schedules and then common opponents, Liberty Center really put it to Tenora in the second half. The lack of depth really hurt Tenora, and I think tonight Otsego also lacks depth. So late in this game, late in the second half, when our running game starts to really churn, I want you to take a good long look at their offensive defensive lines. If they can hold up a little bit longer, then maybe Tenora, I think you got a real chance to stay in this game. Otsego comes in with a really good offensive group. They got a great quarterback. I think in number 15, Devin Farley, he'll be one of the top quarterbacks we'll see all year. Maybe one of the best offensive threats, tight end number 6'3", senior, Jack Simpson. So those 2 players right there have hooked up for a lot of yards. Farley last year threw for close to 1,800 yards and 18 touchdowns. The key stat, 3 picks, makes lots of good decisions. Otsego wants to play fast. They want to spread the field. They're no huddle. And Brian, Liberty Center's defense really is going to have to adjust in a hot night to get themselves set on defense and ready to play.
Yeah, Otsego's going to go really quick. They go 4 or 5 wide. They're going to line it up quick, and they want to go. So it's going to be quick turnaround on defense. Secondary is going to be running around a lot. So it might be looking for some breaks in the secondary and getting some fresh faces in there.
Conversely, Spike, I think we hold a distinct advantage up front. You'll say that most of the season. We just look devastating at times on the offensive and defensive lines, and I think Otsego will really struggle. And I think you bring a lot of experience and knowledge when you talk about winning games in the trenches.
Well, yeah, and that's been a tradition since 1908 or whenever Liberty Center football started. The Tigers have always taken pride in their precision, their decisions, their sharpness to detail. And the coaching staff is just a continuation of this 121-year epitaph about the Tigers and what they've done. They've always done it with the hard work ethic, small school, big opponents. It's just been a thing of beauty and a joy forever.
We'll pause for the national anthem here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with freedoms like no other. Please sing along as the band plays our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
And brought up by Dan Hefflinger, commandeering the local VFW unit, former Tiger football great back in the 60s, by the way. All right. Now, heading into the ball game tonight, Scott, from a Liberty Center standpoint, where do we where do we try to focus in? What is our game plan tonight?
As Brian talked about a little bit, they're going to go no huddle. They want to spread the field 4 and 5 wide. They really want to use, Devin Farley in the passing game, and they do a good job of spreading the ball out, a short passing game, and they're really going to test their defensive backfield. But I'm going to talk to Brian about that in a second. But no unit in the last 2 games have improved more than our defensive backfield. I think a critical addition into our DB group has been Grady Miller. Great size. He's really done a good job against big receivers and erased one of Napoleon's top weapons last week. And Brian, we got 4 and 5 guys back there getting a lot more comfortable, doing a really good job. Napoleon just got handcuffed in their passing game last week, which allowed us to get focused at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you've seen the improvements from week to week. I mean, they had a stud last week in Napoleon that had no big plays, coming off a couple big plays from Tenora in the first half. The second half of Tenora, those went away. So this secondary is starting to gel a little bit, getting a little bit of confidence, and we're going to need them tonight.
We talk about Landon Bachlum, and then we talk about the Cruz boys, Spike, and they show up every day. But this defensive backfield, I think, is starting to write their own story of dominance. And I'm really anxious to see. And of course, Casey Muller does a great job with his defensive backs. Chris Riggy, Ryan Miller, excellent coaching. They've made some fantastic adjustments. And the last 6 quarters, our defensive backs have been phenomenal. They've been fantastic.
Right. Well, to have a testimony, you've got to be tested. Liberty Center was by Tenora early on, but we saw things turn around in the second half. They were much better, like you said, against Napoleon. And I think these guys have grasped the fact that they will rise to the occasion. They, as defensive backs, are going to be unstoppable.
Well, I also think our defensive front 3 is starting to create the kind of pressure to put quarterbacks in binds, making bad decisions. And I think ultimately some of these things we're starting to see are coverage sacks. We're starting to see coverage sacks from guys like Seth Navarre and, of course, Landon Bachlum, who's being double and triple teamed snap after snap. So really anxious to see tonight if Liberty Center can continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, and, Brian, if we can continue to grow on the defensive backfield.
Yeah, and I think the linebacker's going to be key tonight, too. I mean, you go
short
4 and 5
game.
wide. We're not going man every time. So we're going to play a lot of zone. There's probably going to be a lot of cover 3, cover 4, and that's when your linebackers are getting into their zones, getting underneath balls and looking for interceptions.
Waylon Rent certainly has been a kid that has improved greatly, as a linebacker in coverage. But, it's fun. Otsego will receive here, Spike. And, I'm talking about one of the best kickers in Northwest Ohio, has been a weapon for us, both as a kickoff artist and a punter. Max Walker kicks off, and he has been just dynamic the last 2 weeks.
He has been a weapon.
Like he's been weaponized.
Yes.
Napoleon did not know what to do with him last week.
All right, here we go. The kickoff. High and overrun. That's going to come down at the 5-yard line on the far hash. Tries to head for the sideline. Hemmed in. Brought down right away. First hit. First play of that. Pow!
That's number 30, freshman Garrison Cruz, the 4th brother. You got the triplets and Garrison, number 30. Great speed. Excellent size. Made an impact early here on the coverage teams.
Yes, he's been dynamic. He played a lot of specials on against Napoleon. Did the same thing. Went down, made the first hit of his career.
Yep.
All right, so Otsego will come out. They show a wide out to the far side. 3 over here to the wide side. Ball on the left hash. Now man in motion, far side. Their quarterback keeper takes it up the middle, and he'll go forward for maybe 2 yards. Up across the 20-yard line.
I don't know that I will see their quarterback, Devin Farley, spend a lot of time running the football, but they're going to go no huddle, and you're going to start to see a horizontal passing game that will stress our DBs and linebackers.
All right, 2nd down and 7 now. Ball on the 21. Out of the gun, 5 wideouts. Taking their time.
All eyes on the slot, number 6 tight end Jack Simpson, their biggest playmaker.
The snap, throws, caught over there across the 25-yard line, stays in bounds. Pickup of about 5, so it'll be short yardage now on 3rd down for Otsego.
Good tackle by Cam Colley, and that's key, Brian. Defensive backs have got to get guys to the ground and got to get on those short passing game really quick.
Got to eliminate the run after the catch in a spread offense like this.
All right, 3rd down and short yardage. We've got 4 wideouts to the wide side. Look for some little curl underneath on this 3rd and 1.
Our quarterback draw. Trent Cruz, middle linebacker here, is going to spy this quarterback.
Tries to run it and dives forward and gets up around the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 2, and that'll move the change for the first down of the night for Otsego.
When you see 4 and 5 wide, you see some matchups, and you see a quarterback draw often on those 3rd and shorts. They don't run a power running game with a fullback or a wing, so you'll see Devin Farley do some running in those short yardage situations.
Against Liberty's defense, they're pretty rough crew. He better have some durability. All right, again, 4 wideouts. Ball over on the far hash. Now motion back to the ball, setting up in the backfield. Quarterback 5 yards deep. Throws quick out. Knocked away at the line of scrimmage, I believe.
Seth Navarre.
All right, Seth Navarre, you say, got the knockdown at the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's always huge when them boys on the pass rush can get their arms off.
A short passing game, defensive line, not going to get a lot of sacks, but can make a lot of plays, tipping the ball and hitting those hands and those windows, and that's what happened there by Seth Navarre.
I think that's a key. You're not going to get a lot of sacks in this against this offense. But that was big. All right, single setback. Now he'll motion out. Quarterback going to keep it around the right side. Tries to fight. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Great pursuit.
Waylon Rentz saw it, read it quickly. Eric Weimer doing a great job of mentoring Waylon Rentz. He saw it. He got to the point of attack and got a tackle for loss. Great play by the middle linebacker, Waylon Rentz.
You got to love it. All right. Officially, no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10. 9.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
They're going no huddle here, Spike and Brian, but they are taking their time, getting some pre-snap reads and trying to figure things out.
All right. 2 on the far side, 3 wide outs over here. 4 yards deep. Quick drop. Now throws over the middle.
Good catch.
Leaping grab. Caught up at the 45-yard line. That was a masterful play.
Owen Atkinson, number 5, 6-foot senior. It's a group of skilled guys that have been around, and they understand where the holes are in these zones. Great throw by Devin Farley. First down, Otsego.
Yeah, a little quick cut into the middle there for the pass. Now, they they come to the line of scrimmage, of course. Same formation, 3 to the wide side. Quarterback 5 yards back. Now throws on the shot.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Picked up!
Cam Colley going the distance.
He's at the 20, the 10. He's into the end zone, and just like that, give your name to the clerk on Otsego. You can throw that stuff. You can dink it around and bum it out, but we read the play. We turned it into 6 points and a Tiger touchdown.
Phenomenal read by Cam Colley, Brian. I mean, that is a lot of film study and a lot of comfort in the routes they run. And I'll tell you, that first pass, I mean, you saw him right on top. That first play by Cam, he read that. He picked 6. You felt that before. You know what that's like.
That's eyes on the quarterback the whole time. And he knew that he was going to 6 there, and Cam jumped it, and that was to the house.
Fantastic job by Cam Colley. His 2nd pick in 3 weeks. Just a great read, Spike, and that's a lot of film study and a lot of comfort. You see this defensive back group just starting to blossom, and Cam Colley for 6.
Wow. Boy, it don't get no better than this, Tiger sports fans. And on the PAT kick, Landon Cruz, the long snapper. Landon Amstutz, the holder. And Ian Rosebrock pounds it through the uprights. Tigers go on top, 7-0. Still 8:42 left on the first quarter clock.
There's nothing like a defensive score knowing you're going to get the ball at halftime. And when you're a passing team throwing it 86.5% of the time and you give up 6, that is demoralizing. A very impressive read by Cam Colley. And I'll tell you what, our defensive line doing a really good job closing windows. That right there is a lot of complimentary football in front of those defensive backs, and well done by Cam and well done by the unit there.
All right, Max Walker to kick off again. While we get ready for the kickoff, we're going to be on defense again. Defensive tackle at nose is Landon Bachman, number 75. Defensive tackle, Seth Navarre, number 70. Xander Zeiter, number 33. And number 55, Goose Giesecke, We'll see a lot of action along with young Spangler, the sophomore, number 74. All right. Max Walker to kick off. Wow, he nailed that, baby, and that's going to go about 4 yards deep into the end zone. No return. No go. Oh, my.
Max Walker. I mean, I don't know how many touchbacks he's got. That's at least 5, maybe 6. I mean, he devastated Archbold last year. We talked a lot about it. I mean, you could attribute almost that victory solely to how Max did punting and kicking. But against Tenora, it was demoralizing the second half as Max just boomed punts and drove them back.
Now, wait a minute.
On field position.
He's only a sophomore?
Yeah, built like a senior.
A sophomore kicking like that? You don't see kickoffs like that in high school, not very often. All right, back to business here. Ball between the hashes. Trip receivers over here. Quarterback on a keeper right up the middle. Gets past one. He's going to get popped. Wow.
That started with number 19, Waylon Rentz, and number 75, Landon Bockelman finished it. I'll tell you what, if Josh Linke wants to run his top player in the middle of that defense, good luck.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of pay dirt. There's a lot of pain in there, and man, oh man, great initial hit by Waylon Rentz, good fill, but then 75 Landon Bachman lowered the boom.
Now they did get 6 yards. However, he paid a price.
Now the return on investment there may not be that good come late in this game.
I love that. Trip receivers right side. Now we've got a mix-up at the line of scrimmage, and it appears to be a procedural ball against the Knights.
So there's your 6 yards, -5, +1 on one snap. And I'm not sure Devin Farley enjoyed number 75 getting up in his grill. So you've got to measure how much abuse you want your top player to take, because he's about to take some if you're going to run him like that.
All right, same 5 wide out formation. They've been using the wide side for 3. Now they throw underneath on a comeback. Hit right away. Pop. Wow. Pow.
Yeah. Colton Cruz on a great read on that bubble screen. Again, Brian, you've done a lot of film study in your day, both at Liberty Center and at college. I mean, it looks like Liberty Center's on these routes early on.
Yeah, it's important for the linebackers to not only drop in their zones, but look up receivers, right? And that's what Colton did right there. He saw that. He looked the receiver up, saw the play, and was right there.
Liberty looks very comfortable on defense against these routes.
All right, quickly, let me ask you two. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, 3rd down and 11 now. Otsego back on their own 19-yard line. They hit one over the middle last time for a 15-yard first down. Now they look again, nothing there. Has to scramble in the backfield. Wow!
Yeah, that's a great job by, again, the defensive backfield did an awesome job. That's a coverage sack. I mean, you got the quarterback looking up right away. Devin Farley's initial receiver was not open on a short route. That pocket collapsed to number 70, Seth Navarre, getting him to the ground. 6:38 left of the first quarter, and Liberty Center on defense right now looks very comfortable, Brian, against this spread offense, doing a great job. There's a bad snap.
High snap goes into the end zone. He'll get it off a low line drive. That's going to hit it to 28-yard line.
Wow, that turned out well.
Take a great Otsego roll, and that's still moving up the field, and then finally they'll down it close to the 50-yard line. It ends up being a 35-yard punt with no return, and what could have been disaster for the Otsego Knights got them out of danger.
Now, that was a bailout if I've ever seen one. Netted 48 yards on a punt that was a fingertip away from going through the end zone. Had he not tipped that, Brian, that thing was going through the end zone.
Yes, it was.
All right, Liberty Center has the ball on the Otsego 48-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Wing right set, now they motion, and now Chambers the wing over on the far left. White out to the far side, ball on the left hash. Give to the second back, Colton Cruz cuts off one, pounds through another, still on his feet, and driving those powerful calves, digging into the ground, down to the 42, a pickup of 6.
This is where Liberty Center, I think the biggest advantage against Otsego was the line of scrimmage. So Liberty's done a tremendous job on the first 2 drives against Otsego's vaunted offense, and now they get right into their breadbasket, right into their strength running the football.
All right, now the Tigers have Amstutz under center. Wing now goes in motion to the far side. Now they'll give it to Trent Cruz. Cuts it outside. Breaks Dawn. Break, pulls another one. Cranks through another tackle and down to the 30-yard line. Pick up a 12. Tigers moving the football.
Colton Cruz, Trent Cruz, Landon Cruz. I mean, just keep Garrison Cruz.
And Garrison Cruz.
I mean, that is Cruz Incorporated. These kids run so hard, Brian. Trent Cruz really picks him up and puts him down.
Yeah, he does. He's got both of them have great vision.
They do.
You know, that's what I really. You get the second level, great vision, great cutbacks.
All right, Tigers send 2 wideouts here to the wide side of the field. Backs offset right, play action. Back to throw. Amstutz lofts it out there. Got a man. It's caught. Chambers at the 15. Rolls right down the sideline. He's not touched. And in another minute and a half, it's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. Number 2.
On the play.
Oh, no.
Got a flag here. Not sure it's holding or.
No,
see if it's a holding or a chop block or what.
The flag just took another terrific play off the score charts.
Well, you saw Landon Amstutz look up, and he had a couple of guys open on some of those short outs, but he wanted more and did a really nice job getting to about his 3rd read on that pass play. Excellent hands by Colton Chambers, but I didn't see that flag until very late in the sequence. That was a really nice job of working through progressions and making a good throw down the field, not just bailing out in something short,
yeah,
Brian.
Great throw, and this is what the run game does, right? It sets that up.
All right, so the end result, it'll be 1st and 20 on the Otsego 40-yard line. Wide out this way. Chambers sets up in motion, goes to the wing on the far side. Quarterback out of the gun. Handoff. Trenton Cruz around the left side. Cuts it up behind a great block. Dives forward and rips ahead inside the 35, down to the 33, pick up a 7 on 1st down.
And great blocking, number 70, Seth Navarre. Shaky first half against Tenora, and he's been one of our top players on both sides of the football. Great defensive effort last week, an outstanding block there on the power. Liberty Center back on the move. 4:41, Spike, left in this first quarter.
All right, clock running. Liberty up 7-0 on a 50-yard interception return. Now out of the gun, Amstutz.
Yep, ball start Liberty Center. I think it's number 20. Brooks Bainfeld got started a little early. Liberty Center does not need penalties when they're driving. It gets you out of rhythm and behind the chains even more. This will make it a second even longer. Casey Muller will not be really happy about that penalty.
Now, Liberty Center all week long they've gone, obviously Amstutz getting back on the track, but they utilized a lot of throwing practice, during the week, and so trying to sharpen everything up.
Well, I thought Landon looked really good last week for his first game as a starter last week.
And looked real sharp in practice as well. Now, double wing set, motion, coming deep, jet sweep, coming around the right side, looking for running room, hit behind, and nothing doing there, maybe a yard at the most. Good pursuit from the backside.
Number 34, Chris Kazmaier, 5'8", a sophomore. That's what Otsego does. They take chances. They like to blitz and be active in the second, third levels. They're running a 3-5, basically 3 defensive linemen, then 5 kind of combination strong safety linebackers. They want athleticism in the back end, and they do a lot of blitzing, and those defensive backs, Otsego does a great job of getting you to the point of attack. That's what you saw right there for a gain of 1.
All right, now a 5 wide out set. Ball right in the middle of the field at the 42. Amstutz looks, has time, throws the home run ball down there, and it's going to be out of bounds. Good defense with him stride for stride, and now that'll bring up 4th down. Boy, the penalties really bit this one. Took a score away, and so now Liberty looking with 4th and 17, looking at a probable punt from the Otsego 37.
The Babcock boys will tell you, Rex Linger liked to fake punts inside the 50, so Casey not so much.
Here comes Otsego, and he off a little pooch. That's going to come down, hits it about the 13, takes a great roll.
They might have
kept it inside. What a save there.
Wow, great play.
Wow, the Tigers come up with a big defensive jam.
Thomas Moeller on the pooch. That was a fantastic pooch punt by Max Walker, and then great job by our coverage team, number 3. Thomas Moeller got down there and tipped it back. I did like the fact that their line judge was really slow on that play. That was a 50-50 ball in my mind. I thought maybe he might have gotten in, Spike, but the line judge back there didn't quite get there. The sideline judge. So maybe he missed it, maybe he didn't, but I'll take it inside the 3-yard line, Brian.
Wow.
Yeah, field position has been in our favor for sure. You're right. This kicking game is the absolute weapon between our kickoffs.
I haven't seen a high school kicking game like this, Spike, in a very long time.
Wow. Incredible. All right, Otsego all the way back on their own 3-yard line. 3:18 left here in the first quarter. 7-0 Liberty. Now motion from the wide side of the field. Sets up in the backfield. Quarterback wants to keep it, runs it right up the middle and right into an opposition gang tackle. Pow!
Number 5, Trent Cruz, last week, double-digit tackles. Great reader. You saw him sneaking. He kind of saw something there and got inside that C gap, which is that gap between the guard and tackle, and did a great job. Untouched, first hit, and then Liberty swarmed for basically a gain of 0.
Wow. All right. Clock under 3 minutes now here in the first quarter. 2:50. Clock running, 2nd and 9 for Otsego. They show a whole bunch tighter running out of an I formation in the backfield. Tighter, give straight ahead. They'll pound it up to about the 5. Gain of a yard maybe.
I don't think this is what Otsego wants to do is eye up and tight end up, Brian, and run the ball into the teeth of his defense. It's just not who they are. If they've got to resort to that kind of offense, it's going to be a long night for Otsego.
Yes, it is.
Really good job in there by Liberty Center on the interior. Number 64, Noah Jensen. Number 33 playing really well. Also Xander Zeider, and you got 74, Hunter Spangler. All those guys, young players, getting good reps early in this game.
All right, 3rd and 7, same I formation, 2 tight ends. They're going to give it to the second back on a pitch, trying to get outside, hit
Great
right
play,
down the
Chambers.
5-yard line. He's going to be stopped for about a 2-yard loss on the play. Smackarino for the Tiger defense again.
Man. Spike, that was fantastic job by Colton Chambers. His job is outside in, force that play inside the hash. He played that with a lot of patience, shed his blocker to the inside, solo tackle. Colton Chambers is playing like a senior right there.
Now, end result, Otsego with a 4th down and about 7 to go. 1:20, clock running here in the first quarter. Liberty Center up 7-0, had 1 called back.
Watch this snap.
Good snap now, deep in the end zone. High, wobbler, and it'll hit off of their player and then bounce backwards. Finally, played dead at around the inside the 30-yard line. Boy, that's something you read about but seldom ever see.
Well, it hits number 5, Owen Atkinson, who's doing a good job, but just unaware where that ball is at. And Liberty Center again, we talked about it a minute ago. Max Walker kicks Otsego inside the 5, and Liberty Center now gets to reap the rewards to be inside the 30. This is exactly where Liberty Center and their running game want to be. 1:02 left in quarter 1, and Liberty in control. Mostly playing great defense. Offense needs to convert. Stay away from those penalties.
All right, now they're going to run out of the I. They did some work with that I formation, sometimes with 3 backs. Now the Cruz brothers now. Trent in front, Colton in back. They give to the first back off the right side, breaks through a hole.
Touchdown, big time. Yes, sir.
Trent Cruz from 27 yards away breaks through the right side behind Navarre and Giesecke, and that is another Liberty Center Tiger touchdown.
Well, basically, they get into that I formation, and they want that fullback to hit that hole very quickly. You know, when you're playing 3-down linemen and a bunch of defensive backs and linebackers, Trenton got to the second level lightning quick. That initial block on level 1 was fantastic, and Trent Cruz did nothing but the rest. Got away from the first tackler, drove into the end zone. Great job up front by Liberty Center.
Good snap, good hold. Ian Rosebrock attacks the football and pounds it through again. So the Tigers 2 for 2 in the kicking game. They are 2 for 2 in the kickoff game. And Liberty Center now, with 56 seconds left in this first quarter, takes a 14-0 lead.
Another star in our kicking game, Ian Rosebrook. He's got a 45-yard leg if you need a field goal late. And if you remember last year, Tenora held Liberty Center to late in the fourth quarter to a 6-0 lead. And Brian, last year was Ian Rosebrook to give us a 9-0 lead to salt that away. But Otsego last year looks a little different than what you see this year so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, last year they were tough up front, really stunted our run game for the most part, and that was a war last year in that game. And it's looking a little bit different so far.
Liberty Center, I think offensively, their offensive line has dominated. Had it not been Spike for those 2 early penalties, Liberty was in pretty good shape in that second drive. But and for their first drive on offense. So I don't know that I'm seeing enough from Otsego to keep them in this game. And I actually kind of thought that first series from Otsego, Spike, they were in a spread but took their time. And I think that they kind of felt like keep the ball away from Liberty Center's offensive line and their power running game. And they look a little worn already here in their first quarter. At 56 seconds to go, Liberty Center making it look easy, up 14-0.
All right, here's Walker approaching, low line drive. That's going to hit right there at the 10-yard line and boom, blow its way all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, Max Walker just hitting all kinds of kicks, some high and deep, some high and short. That's a line drive, very difficult to handle. Kenton Wallace just wasn't sure how to handle that ball. I think it was smart. That thing was kind of sideways oblong.
Oh, yeah.
Get away, because you did not want to give Liberty Center the ball inside your 10. So Brian, Otsego needs something good here in this drive. 56 seconds to go here. They're going to need to figure this thing out a little bit and get some positive yards.
The run game out of the shotgun has not been there. So if you make them one-dimensional and make them just a passing team, it's going to be a long night.
Okay. 5 wide out set, 5-yard set up in the gun. Now tries to scramble ahead, gets out of 1, scrambles again, turns, cuts outside. He'll be good for about 3, but the Liberty Center pursuit was there on the quarterback, and then they caught up with him when he got loose.
Another big hit, this time number 5, Trenton Cruz will just, he is just a bricklayer. He will just remind me a lot of Brian Babcock, when he played football here, brought the anvil sledgehammer, and that's what happened.
Oh, buddy,
this kid, poor Devin Farley's taken about 4 or 5 big hits.
He has.
And
who's got that in the Big Ten? The Purdue Boilermaid? Who's got the big sled?
That's Purdue.
Purdue.
We got the big sledgehammer at Purdue.
Yeah.
And the big drum.
All right, now man in motion coming back to the ball. They'll throw underneath. That's not going to go anywhere at all. Good read, and Liberty Center catches up with that. Nailed at the 25-yard line, maybe a yard, and that's it.
Another bubble screen, and again, Trent Cruz, there he was again, reading that's the second great read on the bubble. Liberty's all over that play.
Yeah, this defense is flowing right now, flowing to the ball.
All right, well, that's going to be it for quarter number 1. The Liberty Center's defense completely dominating this game. They shut out Otsego after 1 first down, then picked it off and scored, and now they have owned everything since. The defense and Max Walker.
Hey, while we got a break in the action, let's thank our sponsors because, ladies and gentlemen, without these people, these broadcasts simply cannot happen. KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farms, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pisanello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Center. And again, thank you guys very much for your support. And again, without these people, the broadcasts simply do not happen.
All right. Hey, I want to ask you guys a question. Otsego, and Brian mentioned a one-dimensional type of offense without that running game. That just turns it loose for Liberty. What can Otsego possibly do to change that?
I'll tell you what, when you are a spread team, you live by the spread and you die by the spread, and so far, no good for Otsego.
All right, same trip or 5 wides, caught out there, hit immediately, taken out at the ankles. Let's see, that was number 5, Trent Cruz.
I think that was number 2, Colton's brother, but they finally went to Jack Simpson. That's the one player on this field, I think, that is a mismatch for Liberty Center. But we were, again, I think Seth Navarre and Xander Zeit are doing a really good job getting their hands up. They were inches away from another tip.
Okay, 1st and 10 now at their own 32-yard line is Otsego. They've got a double wide out to the far side and 2 setbacks, one behind the quarterback. Offset left, they're going to give it straight ahead on a running back handoff, and he'll power and spin up across the 40-yard line, gain of 9 on the play, and Otsego now a new wrinkle.
Cohen Leiter off tackle. It's an effective play by Otsego. If they can put some runs together and sustain a drive, This is a big one for Otsego here.
All right, Tigers showing a 4-man front. 3 linebackers crowd the line of scrimmage. Now give again off that side. Caught the backfield. Now there's a fumble. Knocked loose.
Xander Zeiter.
Wow.
Great job getting up under his offensive lineman. Shed gets to the tackle for loss level. Strips it from the running back, but he recovered it. That was a great job by Xander.
2 big plays. Penetration and then grabbed it and yanked it free.
That was a great job by Xander, and he's been playing excellent football. Young player up front, but has had really nice 3 consecutive games in there. You don't expect that from young players, but he got a lot of reps last year, Spike, and he's really showing he's ready to play football.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got a lot of special teams. He was on the fringes of getting in that starting lineup, but boy, this year he's really, his stock has risen.
Timeout,
now,
Otsego.
10-19 left in the second quarter. Otsego opts to use the timeout.
Otsego kind of had it going a little bit, a couple run plays, starting to win a couple plays at the line of scrimmage. I thought that was impressive, Brian, but anytime you allow that kind of penetration, turnovers are right around the corner. They dodged another bullet there. Great job by Xander. Our front is having their way with Otsego, but that running play shows you a little bit that they're capable of doing some things.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they keep it back there with the quarterback to give a running threat. I mean, this 5 wide, you don't have a running threat at that point, and you are one-dimensional. You are throwing it, or you got the quarterback draw with the running back. It gives you some options in there.
Yeah, I think ultimately you're putting one of your most important players, Devin Farley, at risk when you've got no running back and you're going 5 wide, to your point, Brian. So I like a little bit what Otsego's trying to get done here. Again, they're patient here. They want to make sure and get a sustained drive, keep that defense off the field, because Liberty Center right now feeling it on offense.
All right, Xander Zeiter, the defensive nose tackle. Bachman and Navarre, the tackles. Here comes a blitz. Now quarterback runs past the blitz, turns it up now. Hits it up into the Tiger secondary, and that's going to be enough 12 yards and an Otsego night first down.
And number 2, Colton Cruz, just laying the wood. And again, I mean, there's Devin Farley. I mean, I think he took a pretty good shot there. And again, I think they see some things in that quarterback draw. That was about the 3rd one they ran, but I mean, you saw Farley shake it off a little bit there. I'll tell you, that's a tough way to make first downs, running your quarterback and getting drilled.
Yeah, and there's still 10 minutes left in the second quarter. All right, out of the gun, 2 setbacks. Now they're going to run a little sweep right.
Goodness.
And knocked out again. Wow. The backfield.
Man, oh man.
He's playing possessed.
I'll tell you what, there it is. Trent Cruz again, just absolutely just laying bricks.
Yeah.
On Devin Farley, and that was also Hunter Spangler.
Yeah,
got through initially, but I'll tell you what, number 5, Trenton Cruz, having a big night, delivering some big blows.
Leading tackler on the Tiger team.
How about leading hitter? I mean, he is just
leading hitter,
laying some bricks tonight.
Now that was on the quarterback again. Now we're going to try to throw it.
Yeah,
he's not feeling well.
That's hit number 6. Now we're going to ask him to throw it down the field here in second 12.
All right, 9 minutes left here in the second quarter. Looking into the sun, and now we've got a whistle.
And delay of game.
Oh, delay of game. Whoa.
Can't see the clock, but it's part of the game. I think Devin Farley was struggling seeing the clock, and I don't know if he was seeing the clock or he was seeing Trenton Cruz. I don't know what he was seeing, but he was seeing something a little spooky. Yeah.
Spoken like a true defensive ick.
There you go. I mean, it's not Halloween, but it's getting a little ghoulish out there right now for Devin.
2nd and 16 now, all the way back to the 38-yard line. They're going to do a little flip on a jet sweep.
Yes,
Caught the backfield and hit right there.
Oh, my goodness. Number 19, Waylon Rentz. These linebackers are
this is a bad crew.
All over that play. Great pre-snap read. I'll tell you, if you get Waylon Rentz in the open field unblocked, he is a devastating tackler. He basically did a Dit Butkus where he grabs him and just kind of cowboyed him around, threw him on the ground, and just kind of let him know he was boss. That was a great play by Waylon. Wow.
Well, another loss of about 5 on the play, we'll call it. Now with 8.5 to go, clock running, 3rd down and 21 for Otsego.
Liberty Center is bullying Otsego at this point.
Well, they keep a running back there with a wing back. They went to only a 3 wide receiver set.
Oh man, another delay of game. You know, they don't want it, they go no huddle, but I think Liberty has laid some licks here, Brian, and I think it's doing some damage. It's like body blows in boxing. After about the 6th or 7th one, you start doubling over and get real concerned about it.
It can only take so many, especially when you're trying to throw the ball.
Thomas Moeller, number 3 now, into the game as a defensive back in this 3rd down and about 30 to go. Ball back at the 29-yard line of Otsego. Trip receivers over here, one to the far side, single setbacks.
Watch the screen and draw
now
here.
He'll float out into the backfield. Quarterback on a draw, kicks it outside.
Oh.
Running room there, but only picks up about 4 yards. And what a defensive stand by that Tiger rock-solid D.
I'll tell you what, Devin Farley,
he's
getting
running hard.
up slow. He's running hard, but he's getting up slow. And, Brian, you were a running quarterback, but you were a 6'1", 200-pound plus type dude. Devin Farley's not built for that kind of abuse, and he's getting it.
Blows, and it does take an effect after time. It certainly does.
A great job by the defensive backfield, too, just filling. And yet Trent Cruz just everywhere. What position he's playing, I don't know, but he's everywhere tonight. My goodness.
All right, Thomas Moeller back deep, standing back near his 30, along with Colley. High spiral, Moeller there, takes it at the 35-yard line, up the left sideline, makes a little juke and jive, cuts to the outside, heading up the sideline. What a return by Thomas Moeller, all the way down to the 45-yard line. A punt return at 20 yards.
Got a flag here, and I'm not sure if it's going to be holding Otsego or Liberty Center, just pile driving guys. I'm not sure. Saw a couple dudes blocking somebody back here, and I'm not sure what that looked like. We'll see what the penalty's on, but it could be on Liberty Center.
Otsego with a man down in that general area of the tackle. Moeller with 3 great moves on that punt return. That is phenomenal.
That's holding on Otsego. To that point, Spike, good point. That is something that I think Thomas has really started to show. When you're a punt returner, making that first guy miss is the whole key to a good return.
Right.
It's not speed. It's not speed necessarily. You know, it's not anything else other than good vision of making that first guy move.
Yeah,
miss.
making the catch.
Hey, while we got a break here, an injury timeout, let's talk a little bit about our schedule. Next Tuesday, we will have volleyball. Actually, Tuesday and Thursday we'll have volleyball. And the volleyball girls have, the first time in 12 years, they went to Tenora and came home with a victory. So they're on a roll. So some good volleyball here at Liberty Center this year with our girls. And, we talk about we had a great we have an archive out there. And I'll tell you, we don't talk a lot about this, but we archive everything for about 2 years, and it's recently viewed. Go watch the junior high game. Wasion, Liberty Center.
The 8th grade game last night here.
The 8th grade game last night here. I'll tell you, that was one of the most entertaining junior high games I have ever seen. Brian's up here shaking his head.
Fourth quarter, it was very
And I wanted to go back to your initial point. Liberty Center volleyball is playing some volleyball right now.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you what, freshman, JV, and varsity, top to bottom.
This team has had talent for a long time, and this year you're starting to see it come to fruition. To beat Tenora on the road, that's a team that averages 20 wins a season, and they went deep and got a big, tough win against Wayne Trace.
Yeah, they beat 2 GMC teams in a row, which has never happened.
And good program. So Liberty Center volleyball, new head coach doing a great job. Anxious to see where they go with the season.
Player got off in his own effort there, and we're back to the game.
Dustin Wyckoff was banged up. All right, now the Tigers, a new formation. They come out of the full I backfield. Zeiter, the up back. They'll give it to the third back, cut off the left side. Now breaks one thing up. What a burst! He got the 40. You can forget about that one. Colton Cruz from 55 yards away off that left side.
Gosh, that was impressive.
Behind Landon Bachman and Steve Brogan, and whoom, boom, hit the hole, and he was from here to eternity.
My goodness, how often do you see a 50-yard plus play out of a triple I? Yikes.
This run game will wear you down.
Man, oh man, that's a great job. And then Colton got in the open field, and it was just dust.
They practiced and practiced and practiced out of that formation this week.
Well, they thought they could get after Otsego, and they're doing it.
Low snap, good recovery by Amstutz, puts it down, the hold is good, and Ian Rosebrock, 3 for 3, pounds it through all the way back near Trevis Stevens' old place down there. 3 touchdowns now. Liberty Center 21-0. 7 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Tell you what, with Archbold next week, I really kind of felt, Spike, that Liberty Center could be kind of eyeballing week 4.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Not happening tonight. Really focused effort outside those 2 penalties. Crisp up front on the offensive line. I love what we're doing on defense. Great reactions, great tackling. Trent Cruz, just a complete animal, making tackles all over the field in our defensive line. Just doing a great job controlling the Otsego's offensive line. Liberty Center firing on all cylinders tonight.
Mad dog Trent Cruz. Somebody yanked the muzzle off. That is a mad dog.
He is a mad dog, and he's playing like it. Last week he was on fire. It's like he went out against Napoleon. He had something to prove and dumped some kerosene all over him and lit him up.
All right, now we're going to, let's see, Ian Rosebrock now to handle the kickoff chores.
Quick score, Patrick Henry up 14-0 against Columbus Grove
Kick
early.
High and overran. Pretty impressive. Down to the 8-yard line. Now return straight ahead. Cut to the right. Outside the block. But a great cover up there. And I believe that was...
He had a bunch of guys, but number 53.
Brogan. No, 53?
63.
63. Stephen Brogan, the left guard on the offensive line, held his lane and on the cut, followed it up, made the play, and Liberty Center slams him down at the 20-yard line.
Thomas Muller in on that tackle as well. Early, though, I think you've got some scores that are very interesting. Patrick Henry up 14-0 early against Columbus Grove, and I think Archbold's up 21-0 against Tenora. So the league's got some teams to watch, and you're watching one here tonight, Liberty Center.
All right, so Otsego has adjusted their offensive set.
Another timeout. Man, oh man, you're going to call a timeout coming off a kickoff. You think you'd be ready? I just think Otsego right now a little disheveled. I don't think that they feel really good about what they can get done on offense, and I think the hitting and the domination Liberty Center up front, both sides of the line of scrimmage, Brian, Liberty dominating up front, the defensive line having their way with Otsego on the offensive line. You start to really question, what are we doing here?
Starts to wear you down.
How are we going to get this done, right?
Over and over and over, and you cannot stop it. That is demoralizing.
Otsego's got to have to find something here to get back in this game, Spike. 21-0 with 7 minutes to go. Right now they haven't solved either side of the ball against Liberty Center. They need a drive.
Okay. They out of the gun. They continue to use that offset backfield. Two in the backfield. Tigers show blitz. And given straight ahead. Finds a little seam, but a great cover up coming across. Number
63, Stephen Brogan.
Wow.
And I think Stephen Brogan last week was our offensive player of the week. He did phenomenal at guard. And I'll tell you what, he started to get some reps at linebacker. That was a great read, ran right to the point of attack. Excellent tackle. Liberty Center is tackling well tonight, Brian. They're just doing a great job getting guys to the ground.
A lot of hats to the ball.
It's all technique. You see it in practice every
good
day.
Reads.
Wow. They stress the fine points. All right, double wide out, far side, double wide out over here in tandem. Straight drop, 2-step. They're going to throw the home run ball, and that's going to be way overthrown. Good coverage by Colley with help coming across from Landon Cruz.
Well, Landon Cruz, led the area in interceptions last year with 8. He is an excellent reader of the football, does a great job on breaking on routes. And again, Cam Colley is just blossoming as a top defender in the defensive backfield. Gave up some plays early in the Tenora game, and he has just been nothing but spectacular since.
Yeah, somebody snapped their fingers when they made an adjustment with the lineup, and after that, it has been all power plus. All right, 6:14 left here in the second quarter, 21-0 Liberty. from their own 22, in trouble, and then
Waylon Rentz. Now that blitz,
wow.
that blitz was patient. He did a great job feeling his way through the pocket and basically came free just by reading where the offensive line was not blocking, and he found a crease, and he's exploding on the ball carrier and the quarterback tonight. Waylon's having a big night, number 19, big sack, and Otsego again in punt formation, not where they want to be here with 5:40 in the second quarter.
All right, Tigers back too deep at the 45-yard line. Short wobbler, that's going to hit in short of the 50-yard line, take a little bounce. Moeller wanted to get his hands on there, but the ball took a couple of them skitter hops sideways, and Moeller wisely backed away.
Brian, you talked about linebackers in the passing game, short passing game against the spread. You kind of nailed it there, but our linebackers have been phenomenal in the pass rush game and tackling guys in the run game. They have been phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, the blitzing has been impressive. I mean, they're really hitting holes well, and the outside run game as well, really filling well.
5:22 left to go here in the second quarter. Liberty Center goes back on offense.
All right, Landon Cruz wide to the far side over there in the slot. Now rolling right is Amstutz, looking upfield, has time, now turns it up, cuts past one, tackled quickly up to the 49-yard line, pick up a 4 for Amstutz.
Landon wanted the big one. He saw Landon Cruz getting deep down the sidelines on the numbers, but good coverage by Otsego. I do not like Landon Cruz taking a bunch of, Landon Amstutz taking a bunch of hits, though, Spike. He's had a history of injuries. We don't need that right now with 4:50 to go here in the second quarter, 2nd and 6.
Okay, out of the gun, now motioning to the ball. They're going to give it on a jet off to Colton Cruz. He'll pound forward, and he's got, I believe, enough. Yep, picks up 7. That's going to move the chains, and the Tigers now into Otsego territory at their 44.
He was stopped at about the 48, but just drove Otsego defenders 3 more yards to pick up the first down. That's just tough running there by Colton Cruz.
He's a great traffic runner. He runs really well in traffic.
He always finishes forward and drags piles.
Okay, we got the I formation coming up. Xander Zeiter in the game as the lead back. Yeah, that's right, Captain, the old Nebraska eye. Give to the third back, straight ahead. Colton Cruz takes on a tackler, pounds forward, drives and spins those calves and pounds down inside the 35, down to the 34. Pickup of 11. It's going to be a Liberty Center Tiger first down.
That's just an offensive line saying, let's just get a bunch of blockers, a bunch of dudes. Let's just drive people off the ball. Great job by the offensive line, but even a better job of running in there. Very patient. That's power, but patience. Excellent job by Colton Cruz.
All right, we've got, let's see, Aiden Talent spread out wide over here. Chambers in the slot. Back to throw. Throws a little in route to Landon Cruz. Caught
ball
down there near the 25-yard line. Pickup of 8. Did a little quick out and in and was open, and Amstutz, I love it. He's delivering the ball with authority.
You watch him in the pregame, he feels very comfortable throwing the football very well, and did a great pass right there, nice timing route.
Yeah, he's really improved this week. I noticed that.
First touch by Landon Cruz. So all 4 brothers have made an impact in this game with 3:14 left in the second quarter.
All right, Tigers now shift over to a tight end right, wing right set. Cruz over here, get to the first back, hit right away, and taken out at the ankles was Colton Cruz. Picks up.
Number 34, Chris Kazmaier on the stop, sophomore. He's done a good job on defense tonight. Couple of tackles for the youngster, and Otsego do a little bit better job here tackling and getting guys to the ground.
All right, I misread that last call. It was 2nd down and short. 2-yard gain, picks up the first down. Now the Tigers with a wing right. Now motion coming back this way. They fake it. Now Amstutz looks, dumps it out. Great touch pass to Colton Cruz. Makes a cut to the right. Now angles back. Spins down to the sideline. Down around the 6-yard line.
Man, oh
17 yards of total diversity. Agile, versatile, mobile. Like the whirling dervish he is.
That's a great job by, remember flashball. Rex Lingren played flashball. Landon Amstutz did a great job of baiting that defender, got in his face, threw a nice little touch pass for +12. Excellent decisions. Landon Amstutz feeling
Trent
it.
Cruz the up back. Colton Cruz out of the eye. They're going to give it to Colton off the right side. Dives down inside, down to about the 4. Pickup of a couple on first down.
You know, I kind of felt there was daylight to the outside on that cut. We got a better angle sometimes to see some of those things, but he drove right through his dude. So 2:15 left to go here in the second quarter, Spike. Liberty looking to go up 28-0.
Wow.
They are going to keep this clock running, do not give Otsego a possession. And by the way, Liberty gets the ball at half.
Oh, all right. So 2nd down and 4. Goal to go at the 4. Amstutz out of the gun. 2 setbacks. Gives second back, left side. Trent Cruz. No, Colton, I'm sorry. Cuts and spins. He'll pound down to about the 2-yard line. So Liberty Center relentless now.
I think you had it right first. I think that was Trenton Cruz.
Trenton the first, okay.
I'm not sure if you called Trenton or Colton. But
I called Trent first, and then I changed it, and then I got it.
I'll tell you, those guys run similar, though. They run like they run like their body's on fire. They just run so hard, keep those legs chopping. They run them legs and drive piles. Both of them, Trenton and Colton.
All right, now we're 3rd and goal at the 3. Minute 20 left in the first half. Offset to the right. Under center. Now they're going to run the pitch to Trenton. Trenton looks for a block. Cuts back inside.
Flag.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if that's going to be a hold or a chop block.
Trenton read the play, followed the block of Seth Navarre, cut back inside, but now the flag at the line of scrimmage. Minute and 11 with, of course, the clock stopped.
Chop. Anytime you see something on the backside, you're seeing chop blocks on the backside from time to time. That's a signature Liberty Center's offensive line on the backside. You chop, but obviously not a legal chop block there. So now it puts Liberty Center, Spike, right at about the 16, 17-yard line, and 3rd and 17 with a minute 11 to go. So changes the playbook a little bit here.
Yeah, we'll see what they get. They'll send Chambers, normally a wingback, wide out to the far side. Landon Cruz wide over here. They're going to know play action. No, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Woo! They had Brooks Bainfeld open on a little tight end quick slant across the middle, but knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Now it'll be 4th and goal from the 17, and the Tigers are going to set up for a field goal attempt.
Jackson Elliott on the tip. Bainfeld was wide open. Not sure that was going to be a first down, but Casey will not be happy with some of the penalties that Liberty's endured here. They've had 3 critical ones. This one stopped the drive.
34-yard attempt, good snap, hold down, kick on the way, it's long enough.
No good.
Oh, and it hits the left upright. Had plenty of distance. The direction was close, but just hooked over and caught the upright. No good.
That's a difficult kick on the left hash. I've always thought right-footed kickers like balls on the right hash or over that right side of the middle of the field. That left hash can be very difficult. Casey and I coached him in 96 and 95, and we coached together for many years. We always debated as to whether kickers like it on the left hash or the right, and I still submit to you that the right hash is better for a right-footed kicker.
Well, I can believe that. Everything about that, the execution was good, the hold good, snap good, kick was up and had plenty of leg. Didn't work out. Now, from the 20, give off that left side and nothing doing there, and the Tigers throw him for a couple-yard loss.
That's Trent Cruz again. Number 5 is just mauling people.
He is playing downhill.
Yeah,
you know that feeling. You know that feeling, Brian Babcock. That was kind of your signature, downhill and lighting people up. And guys, we pick a defensive player of the game, and it's way too early, but it might not be for me. Trenton Cruz right now, Spike, is just feeling it on defense.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. All right, timeout down on the field. 51 seconds remaining in the first half. Liberty Center up 21-0, but they had that field goal, hit the upright. They had another touchdown called back. So this is what you're seeing. It is a regular onslaught.
Now, the only thing that stopped Liberty Center has been penalties. You know, they've been in charge of both sides of the football all night long. And I think that first drive that Otsego had, where Liberty really answered the bell against that spread. I think that set the tone. And then the hitting began, and it's been pretty violent on Liberty Center's side, led by number 5, Trenton Cruz, sending a message. But Liberty with 2 timeouts left at 51 seconds, and maybe they get the ball back here before half.
All right, out of the gun, they set a man. Motions over to the left. Quarterback now keeps it. Boy, and I don't see the wisdom in that.
Yeah, they want the clock to run. They want the clock to run. They dodged a bullet in that last drive. Timeout Liberty. So it'll be 3rd and +5 with 45 seconds to go.
Well, even the fact they're running the quarterback here.
It's a good timeout there, too. Remember the snap earlier was over the head. You know, let's make them pump this ball.
Well, and that's what you're here for. This is training. If we can get the ball back with 35 seconds, you know, you work on that 2-minute offense in a very exaggerated way.
Brian, the only thing that really has stopped Liberty Center is themselves. The penalties have put them in 3rd and +10s and 3rd and +15s, and I got to think, I mean, at 21-0, this feels very much like it should be 35-0 right now.
For sure. This game has been dominated on both sides of the ball. You know, offensively, just running the ball at will, have couple nice pass plays. Defensively, there is not a lot of room out there for Otsego right now.
Liberty Center, Spike, had the ball about that 4 or 5 yard line in that last drive, and they were going to punch this thing in and take a death grip into the halftime at 28-0. But Otsego dodges a bullet. If they can convert a first down here, you know, they might get out of halftime without giving Liberty the ball again.
All right, just a single wide out to either side, tight end over on the left. They're going to give it off the side. Bang, bang, in the backfield. Landon Bockelman. Wow, one-man wrecking crew. Pow, bam, slam.
Tell you what, Landon Bockelman. If you're going to try to single him up, Brian, good luck.
Yeah, he is a double team. You got the double team that guy.
Minimum double. And Mark Bly was telling us in the Tenora game, we were watching a play downfield, and he's like, they are quadruple and triple teaming Landon Bockelman. and that's why you get such good play by some of your youngsters like Xander Zeider. And don't take anything away from Xander. He's doing a great job. But when there are 2+ guys on 75, it opens up a world of opportunities.
Love that too, right? I mean, linebackers just running free, unblocked. That's why you're seeing some of these downhill hits from these linebackers tonight. Is this D-line is very tough up front. They are taking multiple blockers and letting these linebackers run free.
I tell you what, Goose Giesge's playing well right now. Hunter Spangler's playing well right now. Number 62, Logan Cifuentes. Now you're starting to see number 50, Max Walker. Spike, you're starting to see some younger players here getting some important second quarter reps. I love it.
Okay, setting up to punt, 39 seconds. Line of scrimmage is Otsego 19-yard line. Punter standing back at the 5. At the Liberty Center.
Oh, man, 45. There it is again.
He goes back and gets it.
Play by the punter
shanks it out of there.
That's returnable, though.
Grabbed by Moeller, picks it up, and cuts to the outside. Needs to break a tackle. Oh, man, he almost had that one. That was a lot of green yardage in front of him there. Wow. Great effort to recover the ball and nearly broke that at midfield.
Number 88, Cohen Feehan, has made some phenomenal plays on bad snaps. That one. The bad snaps, Brian, are almost better for his punt nets.
Yeah,
good night. Make them punt that again. That's going to be a... Oh, they're going to tack it on the end of the run. I would have liked to see another punt there. That's going to be a procedure penalty against Otsego, Spike. I would have liked to have seen another snap there.
Yeah.
They have struggled in the snap game. And I just kind of wonder who's over the center, because those snaps have been wobbly. Otsego's been dodging bullets all night long.
I really like the way our punt returners are catching the ball this year.
Yes.
Both Moeller and Collie are really catching the ball, and that is big for field.
That was a point of emphasis last year for Casey. He wants to catch the ball and not give away free yardage.
All right, Tigers with 4 wideouts, single setback. Amstutz out of the gun, little out route, and that's going to go incomplete.
23 seconds to go here, Spike. No timeouts. Liberty Center is probably going to have to threaten down the field. You're seeing a kind of a Tampa 2 deep safeties in the middle of the field here to kind of stop any big plays. So the plays down the numbers, Brian, will be there if we can get off of a jam or get down the field here.
All right. Talent and Landon Cruz to the far side. Again, straight drop as time, throws over the middle, quick slant, caught there at the 30-yard line.
Gotta go. Got to get to the line of scrimmage.
They practice this every day. They get to the ball, get it in play. Clock now stopped while they move the chains. Assert 16, now moving again at 12. Amstutz looks, throws, diving effort, and that's going to fall incomplete. 8 seconds left on the clock.
He catches that ball, clock runs out. So I think Liberty Center's got a chance to take at least one more shot to the end zone. Anxious to see how Casey dials this up. Again, 21-0. With 8 seconds to go, Spike, feels like 35-0.
Yes, it does.
Liberty has dominated this football game. Now, Rex Lindgren here, Brian, would run a zero trap.
Yeah.
He would, and oftentimes for a touchdown.
That's right.
2-minute offense, zero trap.
He'd call it, and I'd say, come on, coach.
Check with me. Get out of that zero trap. Let's go deep.
All right, Tigers sprint out, get into position. Double wide out here. Back to throw. They're going to throw a little sideline route, and that's going to be incomplete. Clock.
Going to kick it again.
Ooh, the clock ran a couple extra seconds off. At this point, immaterial.
It looked like that's what they were trying to do, is get Ian Rosebrook a couple stick routes to get a few extra yards. Now, this time we're on the right hash. I'm going to Vegas that he makes his field goal on the right hash.
29-yard line. That will make it a
46-yard field goal.
46-yard field goal. Well, it's a lot to call for.
This is about the end of his range. Snap is good.
46 yards on the way.
He's got
Kick
this
is
one.
up. It's long.
No,
it just comes up short.
Oh,
that could have been more than 2 yards under the.
Got a flag here, roughing the kicker. 15 yards. We're going to get another shot at it. Yes, sir.
Wow, I didn't see that. That ball. Rosebrook had some leg there, buddy. He was only a yard or two short.
Tell you what, that was right there, too, at 46. Now, again, I'm back in Vegas on this one. I like it. Right hash and 15 yards closer.
What was he, about a yard? Short
maybe
on
yard,
that?
maybe yard and a half.
That was close.
No way. Let him kick it. Fake
the line
field
of
goal.
scrimmage is the 24. That'll make it a 41-yarder. Amstutz the holder at the 41. We got a long way to go, but here it is. Set down good. Kick is up. One. It's on the way.
Yes, sir.
It is.
Yes, sir. Good. Yes, sir.
Ian Rosebrook kept pounding, kept driving. He kept his focus, his composure, and he kept his kicking foot right in line, and he drilled that baby from 41 yards out. That's college material, boys.
I'm going to tell you what, this week when I interview Casey Moeller, we're going to talk about left hash, right hash. Great job, great kick by Ian down the half. Liberty up 24-0. Impressive first half.
All right, we'll be back after this halftime break. Hey, while we got a break in the action. Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farms, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pisanello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Center. Again, thank you guys very much for your support. And again, without these people, the broadcasts simply do not happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2023 Otsego High School Marching Band, under the direction of Professor Short Squad, and led on the field by senior drum major Samuel Hay and junior drum major Maxwell Miles.
For your halftime entertainment this evening, we present Superheroes. The Otsego Band would like to thank several local superheroes throughout our season for all of their dedication to the community. This week we say thank you to the first responders who are in attendance. Your work and support is greatly appreciated. We begin our show with the theme song from the 1967 animated TV show, Spider-Man. Next we journey to Wakanda with the music from the Academy Award-winning film Black Panther. Tonight we close with a mashup of two classic themes, the 1966 cartoon hit Batman and the soaring John Williams theme Superman. Sit back and enjoy Batman and Superman. Ladies and gentlemen, the Otsego High School marching band. With the
Hey, while we got a break in the action, let's thank our sponsors because, ladies and gentlemen, without these people, these broadcasts simply cannot happen. KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farms, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pisanello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Center. Again, thank you guys very much for your support. And again, without these people, the broadcasts simply do not happen.
Tiger marching band. And was led this year by Reeves Counselor and band captain. Tonight, is ready to set the tempo and volume of this evening for the last time. Their show composed of 1980s hits. We start the night with a little high-pitched action, singing at the anthem to one of the most popular one-hit wonders of the 1980s. Get ready to jump into your comic books as we play Take On Me by Aha. Drum major, Miss Counselor, is your band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, your Tiger Marching Band. This song is one of the favorites for the band. Dancing against each other on the video game, Just Dance. He lived and breathed that Philadelphia freedom. This is Elton John. I'm still standing. You feel the need for speed. Rev up your engine. Listen to her howl and roar as the man dog fights on the field. Kenny Loggins, the danger zone.
Center leads the Otsego Knights 24-0, guys. And I'll tell you what, Otsego looks stunned, and I think the stats will probably support that statement.
A lot of hitting going on Liberty Center, as you would imagine. Leads in rushing, 12 attempts for 135 yards. That's 11 plus per carry. Otsego 19 rushes for 32. It does look like they wanted to run the football tonight. They've definitely taken some risk running Devin Farley, but he's hung in there and run the ball hard. Passing, Liberty Center 3 for 8 for 36 yards. Otsego 6 for 9 for 24. Total yards first half, Liberty Center 171. Otsego 56. Liberty Center 8 first downs. Otsego 4. Two stats stick out, Brian, to me. Liberty Center 4 penalties for 40 yards, and Trent Cruz with 8 first half tackles, and they weren't tackles, they were hits.
Yeah, I mean, half of those were explosions. I mean, he is running downhill right now and doing some bad things.
Otsego not getting to the second level. They're just happy to get first level blocks, and as you said earlier, allowing our linebackers to dominate game.
Yeah, and when you don't have blockers to worry about as a linebacker, you come downhill and you play really fast, and that's what we're seeing.
Waylon Rentz has also had a great first half, and then you don't see a lot of Landon Bockelman in the stat sheet, but when you watch the film and you see his impact, he's done great. Seth Navarre's had some tackles for loss. We're getting good play out of Xander Zeiter, Hunter Spangler, Goose Giesge. Liberty Center's front defensively also having their time with Otsego. I'm anxious to see if Otsego can put something together on offense, because tonight they've rushed it 19 times, Brian. I didn't anticipate that many rushes, most of them coming from the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, they got to get the passing game going. They've tried the short passing game, quick passing game. It's not gone. They've gone downfield a few times. That has not been open. So they don't have a lot of confidence in anything right now on offense, so they're going to have to mix some things up, see if they can't get something going.
6'3" tight end, number 6, Jack Simpson. Spike came into this game as the number 1 offensive target. He's disappeared. I don't even see him on the stat sheet.
1 catch, I think.
Yeah, 1 catch. Great. So anyway, I think this second half, Spike, I think Liberty Center gets the football. I think this first drive, a lot like Napoleon, get down the field, get yourself up 31-24, and start getting some reps for those younger players. stay healthy for the Archbold game.
Yep.
All right, we got some scores at halftime. PH leads Columbus Grove 14-0. Archbold at the half 41-0 over Tenora. Archbold just explosion. Delta leads Lake 17-7 at half. Wauseon leads Eastwood 7-0 at half. Bryan leads Fairview 34-32 late in the second quarter.
Shootout.
Yes, it is a shootout. Defiance over St. Mary's right now 22-7 at half.
Whoa.
And Evergreen 15, Rossford 12 at the half. One I just got in. Northview leads Napoleon 14-7 late in the second quarter.
Napoleon needs that to salvage their season, and Defiance looks for real, Brian. That could take them to 4-0, beating Wapakoneta for the first time in 14 years last week.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Spike Archbold looks pretty good. This one's not over, but there's about 20 minutes left before we start talking about next week's matchup.
That is they have another juggernaut. They had a young offensive line. That is really coming into fruition. Don't they have a second-year quarterback?
They do.
Yep, and so the pieces are falling back into place for the Blue Streaks. But, they're a rival, and rivalries are good. It helps build your own character. It helps build your own need to excel even farther than you have. So bring them on.
They have kind of turned into that power, in the NWL, kind of that other team that's kind of been there the last 5-6 years, and they got a good program.
Right.
Well, and Coach Dominic, I like Casey Moeller, very smart, excellent prep, good staff, a lot of continuity, Spike. So Archbold, we got more business to take care of here, but next week's going to be a barn burner.
All right, here's the kick, low line drive, end over end, hits at the 10, picked up there at the 5, return straight up the middle. He's got a seam if he can get there, but good solo tackle made up across the 25-yard line. On the return, Liberty will take over there at around the 27.
We got a flag on the play, Spike. I don't know if we got a clip there or what exactly we're going to hear here.
Cam Colley on the return. I think it is.
Excessive blocking.
We've had a lot of guys finishing blocking.
Coach Moeller and the one official are discussing that. Coach Moeller slightly, I'll say, infuriated. Now he's going to talk to the head guy and demanding some sort of an explanation.
Did we get a number on that? Did they say a number?
We didn't. We saw a pile back here of a bunch of dudes blocking a bunch of dudes. And I think that's just an extension of Liberty playing ultra physical and it really just pushing Otsego around a little bit. But I will say this. Casey will not be happy with the penalty yardage when this thing is over. They've had a lot of penalties, Spike, and that's not a part of the plan. Casey does not like penalties and giving away yardage.
Worst field position is, of the night here inside our own 20.
Well, every officiating crew has their own interpretations, and I guess this is one of them where the irresistible object, Casey Moeller, and the irresistible force, the officials, have differing opinions.
Giving Coach Moeller a lot of time here, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's also a sign of respect. When a coach, gets out to the hash mark and wants a full explanation. And I think Casey's just not real happy with the penalties. And I think he didn't think that was necessary. And that could have been a penalty to help Otsego a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So the result is that now Liberty 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Out of the gun is Amstutz. Amstutz drops back, throws that quick out over there, and that's going to be incomplete. The question may have been, was he behind the line of scrimmage, but the official quickly blows incomplete.
Spike, I've kind of liked the short passing game tonight. We're running some stick routes, running some out routes. That is key to a passing game where you can, you got a 3rd and 5, 2nd and 5, and you can step back, 3-step drop, and hit that. A lot of times it can be an easy play to hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they were not able to connect.
Yep. You get single coverage usually, and you can sometimes All right, so now back under center is Amstutz. Got a wide out over here. They're going to run power this way, cutting to the outside, Colton Cruz. Now makes another twist, or Trenton. Colton, sorry, doggone it, and bangs his way forward up across the 25-yard line.
Great seal block by brother Trenton there. Sealed the edge. Allowed Colton to get outside.
I like some of those stretch plays. Brian gets those defenders out in space. Allows running backs to do some things, cut back, different things. It wasn't there, but he's maxed out the yardage on that run.
Yep, tried to show the hip, cutting to the inside, took it right on around for 15. Now out of the eye, second back off the right side, line of running room, cuts back into the middle. Now on the sideline, makes another cut right, Trent Cruz, and twists and turns, spins his way down to the 40-yard line.
There's that second level vision, Spike, I talked about with the Cruz brothers. When they get to the second level, they are looking for cutbacks. They're looking for people to kind of, go by them defenders so they can cut back. Good cutback there to keep that run alive.
Right, 32 yards. And the downfield blocking is exquisite. 24-0, Liberty Center on top. Ball at the 40-yard line. Gives straight ahead. Slips through one. Still going. Down inside the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on first down.
Straight dive play there. Good 5 yards.
You love being in second and -5 or second and 5. Just keeps that playbook wide open. I agree with you, too. That short passing game, Archbold is on the horizon. I think this offense is going to have to diversify. Archbold is very good in the defensive secondary.
All right, Tigers come out. Landon Cruz spread out wide over here. Ball between the hashes. Wing left, Amstutz under center. Play action, drops back, has time, throws out there. And a great leaping catch down there around the 20-yard line. Colton Cruz or Chambers with those terrific hands. Those are glue. Wow.
Really like this the fake there as well, Spike.
Yes.
He has a great job of kind of hiding that ball. Makes the defense pause, and then great throw there.
Very devious.
Tell you what.
Sleight of hand.
All the Chambers boys, Leighton, Christian, Colton, we've said it for years. They have great hands, and I'm not sure, Spike, that Colton doesn't have the best set of hands.
Right. I could easily agree. A wide out to either side now. Tight end left. Give to the second back. Running room for Trenton. Cuts head back to the right. Now back to the left. Inside down to the 5-yard line. Of gain of 15 yards to some more. Woo-hoo! They're pouring it on now.
Another great block by Colton, brother Colton. I mean, you think them guys aren't ribbing each other when they got a bad block? I mean, that absolutely happens, right?
Yeah.
Where were you there? A good job.
Trenton Cruz seeing it tonight. He gets to the second level, man, and he's real physical at level 1, and then he becomes a really nice running back at level 2.
Yeah, and you're starting to see more of it. It's like his confidence is growing, and he is starting to really see it.
All right, Grady Miller is checked into the lineup. He'll be a wide out on this wide side over here. Amstutz under center. Amstutz, quick drop, lops it up there for Miller, and it is caught! No, they said it was knocked away at the last minute. Miller went up, had his hands on it. But a terrific defensive play.
Spike looked like he got a foot down there.
Yeah,
man.
I thought he was in. Now, if it was footwork, but I didn't have the good view of the sideline. I assumed it was knocked loose because he had that ball caught.
It's a great throw. Put it only where Grady could get it there. And Grady went up, made a nice play on the ball. Not sure that he got his foot in there. The refs say no.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Grady's got great size. He's just the guy you want to run a fade on.
All right, now they've got Trent Cruz out there, wide out. I believe it's Trent. No, give to the second back. That's Trent Cruz.
Good catch.
Very nice.
Into the end zone. That's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown on just a little power off the left tackle. And Liberty Center now goes up 30-0.
Starting to see some things here, Spike, put on film. The fade to Grady. That's not something Liberty traditionally does. Some of these out routes that we're talking about in the short passing game really like Liberty's offense here, trying some new things.
You know, that's a great point. I can't remember us ever running a fade route.
Not often.
I mean, I suppose it's happened, but all right, now the kick. That's up. It's good again. 31-0. Liberty Center having their way tonight now with the Otsego Knights. 8:50 left here, third quarter.
Really like the offensive play selection on that drive, Brian. A lot of diversity, short passing, inside running, outside running, doing a lot of different things this offense is capable, much more capable than what they've shown early in the season. Staying real vanilla tonight, we're seeing some things.
Hey, well, we got a quick break here. We'll talk about our schedule. We've got volleyball next week, both on Tuesdays and Thursday. And I'll tell you, some good volleyball here at Liberty Center. We've also got, I believe, soccer on Thursday. Check our website, lctigersportslive.com, for all the details.
All right, Ian Rosebrook to handle the kickoff chores.
I mean, when's the last time we had two kickers with this ability?
High level.
Man.
Guys that could kick balls through end zones and make 45-yard field goals.
Really impressive.
My first question was number 50, Max Walker, injured, but he's standing there and looking good. So that's certainly not the case. Tigers want that flexibility. Line drive kick, high end over end. That's going to come down at the 9-yard line. Return. Now cuts to the left hash, looking for running room there, and the Tigers hem that in, and they keep that return stop there at the 20-yard line.
Good,
nice coverage.
Good pursuit there. Jackson Bartels forced him outside, and Cam Colley stay on the outside to run him out of bounds and stay off the late hit there. He had a chance. Good job by Cam.
Coverage teams have been phenomenal. Special teams isn't just about kicking. It's about coverage. And Liberty Center, Spike, has done a great job all season long, staying in lanes, being disciplined, and getting people to the ground.
Jackson Bartels, his name has been mentioned a lot in this early season. He's an up-and-coming Tiger star on both ends of the football. All right, now, Otsego out of the gun. A little bit of mix-up in the backfield, and that's going to go for maybe a yard or two, and that's it. 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Liberty Center solidly in control, 31-0. Excuse me.
Starting to see a few new faces out there, Spike. I see Noah Jensen, number 64 on the inside. I think was in on that tackle. And
number 74, Hunter Spangler, another fast riser.
And Noah Jensen, pretty big boy. I believe he's number 64. Takes up a lot of space. Now, quick slant over the middle, knocked down, incomplete. Trent Cruz in there, and I believe number 19, was that Rentz also on the coverage?
Not a bad throw there. I think coming across the middle, he gets some alligator arms. You start seeing these linebackers that have been hitting people all night, Spike, and he was looking up. We thought what was coming.
There's talk from a defensive back that laid a lick or two on a few guys. He knows.
Waylon Rentz does bring a hammer to work.
All right, out of the gun. Looks upfield, has to scramble out of there, in trouble, and they bring him down. No gain on the play.
Waylon Rentz, again, pressure in there. Then Xander Zeiter claps in the pocket.
The patience.
Continue to dominate on the defensive line and linebackers.
Spike Waylon Rentz's patience and his blitzing tonight has been impressive. You think you just run into people, run into holes, but sometimes you're picking through when you're seeing a quarterback scramble. You've got to adjust to his scramble routes. Waylon Rentz has been outstanding on the blitz tonight.
Wow, they just read. These guys could write an encyclopedia, I believe. All right. High floater. That's going to be Liberty will have to get away from that, and that's taking a humongous Otsego bounce. That hit around the 40-yard line, carried a long way. Wow.
You can see there, Spike. I think if Thomas had that play again, he'd take another step, try to retrieve that ball, maybe fair catch that. He did have a defender barreling down on him. Would have been a contested catch. But that's what happens when you don't catch the ball, right?
Yeah.
10, 15 yards, 20 yards that ball can roll, and you lose your field position.
52 yards on the punt. So now Liberty will start deep in their, well, not deep in their territory, just average position, about the 25. Now Chambers motions over to the right side in the wing set. Amstut's back. Now scrambles, looks, finds a seam, kicks it outside at the 30. Now out in front at the 40. Cuts to the outside along the sideline and dangles and bangles his way down inside the 50 to the 40, around the 45-yard line.
Great play there by Landon Spike. You know, he has an ability to kind of look backside of the play and look for them kind of cutback lanes where not only can he throw backside, but run like that. That was a great run.
Great vision.
Talk a lot about our running backs, a lot about our offensive linemen, but Landon Amstutz is an emerging weapon for us in some of these big games like next week against Archibald.
23 yards on the play. Now a double wing package. Motion to the short side. Give off that right side. Looks like Wrench. Cuts to the outside. No, Trent Cruz.
Adios, amigos.
Now cuts across the grain. Takes on a tackler with a straight arm.
No, sir.
Shoves him loose. He's all alone. He's into the end zone. What an effort. Trent Cruz from 45
another great run, Spike. We do have a flag.
Center, Tiger touchdown. No.
Little holding here. Looks like
another one
Seth
of those
Navarre.
stinking rotten, no good yellow flags.
Seth
now
Navarre
take it away.
Might be coming back.
With the palms up, number 70.
I didn't do that. Wasn't me.
What happened? Yeah, number 70 with the palms up.
Hands were inside.
You know, when I got penalties, Spike, I always kind of ducked behind one of the Graham boys or, Todd West or Jeff Miles. I didn't want Rex to find me to take me out and rip my head off. Seth's out there putting his hands up like, what? I mean, come on, man.
What did they call? Just holding. Okay. Well, a scintillating
another bad penalty.
45-yard run, mad dash, Darrow pirouette, sprint to the end zone. They'll do it again. Give to Rentz off the right side. Rentz met there, and he'll pick up a couple on the play inside the 45-yard line. 4:50 left here in the third period.
Good hard run there, Spike. You know, Otsego's still bringing it. Good effort there on the defensive side of the ball. They're still swarming.
The penalty, Spike. If you could take anything away to get to Saturday morning on the film review and prepare for a very good Archibald team, you're not going to be able to have 7 or 8 penalties for 60, 70 yards and want to beat a good team like Archibald.
Well, the one good thing about these penalties, they'll definitely be an attention getter come tomorrow morning. Now, give off left side. A high steps his way past one, breaks another tackle, kicks it to the outside at the 25. Now makes a cut, takes on the tackler and cuts it inside. Colton Cruz down inside the 20-yard line.
There it is. He gets past that first level, Spike, kind of stops a little bit there, throws a defender past him, and man, he gets the second level. He is tough to wrangle.
Is there such a thing as a second-level runner? Because these guys, and you're just talking about it, they get through the line of scrimmage, and they're heck on wheels. All right, under center, Amstutz. Now play action. Throws for the end zone. God, it's a Liberty Center Tiger touchdown. I believe that was Colley.
Another
Cam
hold, I think,
Colley
Spike.
scores. Oh, no.
I'm going to tell you what right now, Casey Moeller and his coaching staff, I mean, Liberty should be up 55-0 and another devastating penalty. I don't know. That's a tough one. I guess I want to see that on film, but not sure who that's on. But it looked like Seth Navarre again. I'm not saying it's on Seth, but 71. That's our center.
The center.
Clayton Seal, but that's a tough penalty on a touchdown. A really good throw.
It was. Great fake again.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Landon really, he is hesitating on that fake, and it really freezes the defense.
Okay, wing right set, backs off set to the right. Give first back through, cuts it off the left side. Now outside of block. Over there down the sideline is Trent Cruz.
Wow.
5, 4, 3, and we're going to wait for the signal here. They're saying he stepped out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a 24-yard gallop.
Yeah, he's running possessed tonight. My goodness.
I think that was a touchdown, and I think Trent Cruz has taken this game over.
Oh, my.
Oh, they did call it a touchdown. I'm sorry. The referee stood at the 1. I read that. I never saw the signal, but there it was.
I think you could change jersey numbers tonight, and you can't tell who's who between the brothers. I mean,
I'll say
both
Trent
of them are
Cruz
just running.
Can find Trenton on defense, Brian. He is playing a great two-way game tonight.
All right, already with a 41-yard field goal. Ian up and gets it between the uprights on a line drive that was really hooking toward that left upright. But it is good. 30. Let's see. 38-0. Tigers now way out.
54 on the clock. Stay on the clock.
You see big holes right now, Spike. I mean, everything seems to be working offensively, wearing down Otsego.
Yeah.
The run game's going. The pass game seems to be going. Like you said, Scott, I mean, some flags that are kind of holding this offense up a little bit, but pretty crisp when we're not getting penalties right now.
Spike, with 2:54 left here in the third, Liberty in complete control, and I think you and I both would agree this game really has been in control from early on. This score is not indicative of Liberty Center's dominance tonight.
Well, Otsego got the ball first. They moved the ball a little bit. They threw it. They had a completion, turned over a first down. It looked like they had another completion for another first down, but who came flying out of nowhere but
Cam
Colley to pick it off and ramble 40 yards for the score. And just like that, the walls of the cave just caved in.
Spike, one of our sponsors, STN Designs, Jill Overmeyer says, stinking, rotten, no good yellow flag. She wants to make a T-shirt out of that thing. She loves Jill Overmeyer from STN, one of our title sponsors. I love it.
Yeah, that's a great organization there. Now a line drive kick. That comes down at the 8-yard line, right hash mark. Now kicks it outside, spins past one. Brooks Bainfelt and number 57, Deegan Schwager, went flying down there like banshees and changed his direction, and he got peeled right away.
Schwager was coming there.
Well,
yeah, man, he missed a little bit, but boy, oh boy, if he would have missed, or if he would have connected.
I think you guys are missing the guy that really wanted to blow that play out, number 30, Garrison Cruz. You think he's a little motivated watching his brothers dominate this game?
Yeah.
He whiffed. And we're going to see that on film, but I think he was hunting.
Yeah, he's starting to show up on special teams.
Big game hunter. All right.
Liberty now with the second unit here. Spike going to get some very important repetitions for their experience.
Now Max Walker now lined up in the middle as a linebacker crew. 5 wideouts. Motion to the football. Now a little action. Quick shot over the middle, caught right away, and hit by Landon Cruz across the 30-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play.
Good hit there by Landon. You saw Max Walker in the middle there starting to get some time. He saw that route, started to get underneath it. Not quite enough there to make the interception, but it's a good job of him to look that route up, try to get underneath.
You're right. That's the important thing here. All right, out of the gun. They're going to hand off right side, waiting for him right there. Let's see, that was Zach Weaver on the hit, along with single digit Trent Cruz and Xander Zeider playing. He lined up at left defensive tackle on that last play.
Good job by Zach Weaver to hold the edge there. Not let him get outside, force him back in, and let some other defenders help him.
He made some big plays at Tenora a couple weeks ago.
Yep. Noah Jensen, the nose tackle for the Tigers. Out of the gun, trip receivers wide side. Now play action, going to spin out of there, in trouble.
Whoa.
A great block saves him for a minute. He'll go to his feet like he was diving like a quarterback upfield.
I think the goose might have been held there, Spike.
In the backfield.
Brady Giesge was in hot pursuit.
Oh, yeah, that was Geezer.
Brian had it right. The goose was on the loose.
Yes. He was tuned in for a smack.
I'll tell you about the goose. I had him in 6th grade basketball. That guy could sit behind the three-point line and drill it now. You needed a 3. You could sit him in the corner, kick it, let the goose stroke it. I don't think he plays anymore, but back in the day, he could really line it up from deep.
Well, that's one of the few penalties on Otsego tonight. There's 38 seconds, clock running here in the third quarter. Liberty Center having their way. It's 38-0, and first down and 10 for Otsego. Back at their 23. Play action, little slant. Took quick in route, overthrown, incomplete. That was to their
Thomas Muller was stressed a little bit there. You know, he's kind of playing that tip a little bit. If he would have caught that, I think Thomas would have made the catch, but he was on an island a little bit there with their main guy, Jack Simpson. Just couldn't hold it in.
End of the third quarter, Mark Bly talked about a special guest. Taking a few plays from Spike Whitman. We're going to hear from Jeremy Babcock. We'll be calling the fourth quarter for Spike. Jeremy, Brian, the Babcock boys on the mic.
And there's nothing more wrong with Spike than normal. So it's not
Spike
like
is good.
His normal call is still good.
Well,
so.
the Saccarino and the rotten, stinking, dirty, rotten, yellow flag. So, welcome Jeremy Babcock into the booth to call the fourth quarter.
All right, while we make a conversion here, we'll take a break. Hey, while we got a break in the action, let's thank our sponsors because, ladies and gentlemen, without these people, these broadcasts simply cannot happen. KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farms, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pisanello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Center. And again, thank you guys very much for your support. And again, without these people, the broadcasts simply do not happen.
All right, Tiger fans, pleasure to be with you this evening. And setting in here for Spike in this fourth quarter, the legend Spike Whitman. Just getting some experience here on the mic, and it's great to be with you. All right, start of the fourth quarter here. Otsego on the 20. Shotguns set, trips right, handoff to the left side. And a host of Tigers there to corral him.
Great fill by the Goose, Giesecke, and Weaver as well. They're number 50. Close that gap really quickly.
Good opportunity for some young players here, Jeremy. Liberty up 38-0, running clock. And I think this is a good moment for some kids in that 2 and 3 deep right now.
That's right. Bear with us, Tigers fans, as we get a few new numbers in here we're maybe not most familiar with. Otsego in the shotgun again. Trips left. Give off the right side. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard. It's going to bring up fourth down.
64, Noah Jensen on the tackle there. Good job by Noah. How about some of these young guys getting in for the first time, the Friday night under the lights. A lot of juices flowing right now on the sidelines.
Hall of Fame weekend, gigantic crowd. Liberty will go to 3-0. And Jeremy, next week, Archbold, 2 3-0 teams. It's a mega matchup.
It seems that the Tigers, the Blue Streaks, and the Patriots are the class of the league. And we're going to be real excited for that matchup next week. A good snap back to the punter. Gets off a decent punt there. Kind of hit at the 45. They take a Liberty bounce. And that's where the offense is going to take over. And, guys, just coming in here fresh, one observation for me tonight is these guys played with an edge tonight. I love this edge. A little chip. I mean, Trenton Cruz was just blasting people tonight. It's been fantastic.
Some big hits, a lot of flying around. I mean, the Otsego's, they're going to be really sore in the morning. I mean, there was some.
Yeah.
I don't remember a high school game with so many big hits that I've seen tonight.
I do remember your Fairview playoff game.
Yeah.
And Rex called that a body bag game, and you can't use that language today, but that's what that was.
All right, we got wing right give to
Thomas Muller.
Thomas Muller off the right side.
We just keep coming with these backs. Now you got Thomas Muller. You got Xander Zeider. I mean, these are guys that would be starting on just about every other league team right now. So the depth of Liberty Center, really impressive. Seeing some of these guys get some time. And Scott, like you were talking, we got 68 players on this team.
Fantastic.
Really impressive.
Smith in a quarterback now as well. Wing left. The give up the middle. It's like a one trap. That's going to be enough for a Tiger first down. Xander Zeider.
Xander gives you a little bit of a different running style. He's not going to juke you as much. He wants to come right straight ahead. Scott, you've used the bus a little bit. Jerome Bettis, he wants to come downhill, find contact.
Does have good feet, though.
He does.
He did truck Davin Podak there for a couple extra yards.
9 minutes left in the fourth. Smith takes the hand, gives it to Thomas Muller off the left side. He's going to break free. Yeah, he did. Touchdown Tigers. Gotta love it.
Thomas Muller starting to see some confidence with that young man. He is once again got the second level, great vision, great cutback there. What a run.
You're seeing the running backs tonight, Jeremy and Brian, run into daylight, great cutting, and I mean, there's not a lot of blocks out there. There's a lot of moves and a lot of vision, a lot of short space explosion. All of our running backs tonight, even Waylon Rentz, who's really kind of a north-south guy, you got him in the open tonight, and Otsego is just not even playing two-hand tap right now.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I think it's the same. I think it is Rosebrock kicking this, Ian Rosebrock.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. It's going to make it 45-zip in favor of the good guys.
Thomas Muller holding there.
Oh, we have a second. Liberty Center Tiger Sports Live has developed a foundation. We're a 503c, and the reason why we developed this foundation was to invest in a number of things, which included, our students. We're developing some on-air talent, some technological kids. We've got a broadcasting class at Liberty Center, and to put these broadcasts on, we are doing this for free. And all the voices that you hear are volunteers. All the guys running the boards, Digger Barnes and Diamond Dan and Mark Bly. This is all volunteer labor, and we're putting a lot of time into this, a lot of equipment, a lot of special internet equipment to bring this broadcast. And the foundation, what it does is it allows us to fund and grow both the broadcast and future programming. So we're developing the program a little bit, but this foundation's an opportunity for our community and those that want to get behind the broadcast and get behind our students. You make a donation. You can find Mark Bly, Scott Barrett. We have an account there in Savista Bank uptown in Liberty Center. Reach out to us if you want to be a part of the foundation. So far, so good. We've had a number of people approach us to want to support these fine broadcasts.
All right. Rosebrook tees one up. Otsego to take it at the 3.
Ooh.
Off to the right side and out of bounds right at around the 20.
Aiden Talent. Good tackle there.
Liberty did a good job of staying in lanes there, staying disciplined.
Coverage teams have been phenomenal for 3 straight games. Number 30, Garrison Cruz.
He rolled somebody there.
Destroyed somebody there.
Love it.
I think they're, you talked about putting things on film. This coaching staff is meticulous in their assessment, Jeremy, and I think a lot of players know the film review is coming, so you've got to play hard, do your job. And I see a lot of players doing it right this week.
There is always a critique on film. That's every play.
That's right.
So when you have to show up every single play to not get called out at practice, for the next film session, that's important.
You can always be better. Otsego trips to left, shotgun formation. Going to be a give off the right side. And he got the edge there for about 5 to the 25.
Running clock here as Liberty's up 45-0.
Number 26, Tyler Roars there on the tackle.
Otsego got a new quarterback in there as well.
Number 14, let's look him up. It is Caden Hutton. Taking some snaps.
Twins to the right and left for Otsego. Hutton in the gun. Going to be a give off the left. Oh, the Tigers had him corralled. Couldn't make the play. Gained about 10 up to the 35. Going to be first down for the Knights.
Number 21, Teddy Wembrick on the stop. I think we had him in the backfield. Max Walker had him first touch, but I always get Wyrembeck wrong. That's a great last name. He's a good football player.
6:38 left here in the ball game on the running clock. 1st and 10 Otsego. Snap from the 35. Hutton in the gun. Twins right and left. Snap and a give off to the left side. Good play there by 54 and a host of other Tigers. Landon Smith.
These young players flying around, wanting to get in on that. They want their name called right now.
Max Walker.
This is a race to the ball.
Max Walker's been dominant in the kicking game, but a pretty good linebacker. Seen a lot of different kids check in like you guys talked about. Kyler Kearns checked in. Linebacker.
Otsego trips right. Shotgun snap, looks left on a slant, throws. It is in and out of the hands of the receiver and almost picked by 31, Ty Jackson.
Brian Mason Rowe didn't look very interested to make that catch.
He was seeing some of his teammates earlier.
Feeling the heat.
Hits.
The defensive secondary, we talked about in the pregame, Jeremy, you being a DB yourself. I mean, there's some good coverage, there's some good tackling, and then there's some hitting.
You got to love when you're making
hitting.
the team hear the footsteps and they get the gator arms. You love it. Trips right for Otsego, Hutton in the gun, takes the snap, rolls right, and he throws incomplete short.
Good pressure there by Kyler Kern.
Going to bring up 4th down for the Knights.
Clock is ticking, Jeremy. 5:51, 4th and 11. Otsego's got their second teamers in, getting them some reps. They've got a important league game to start next week like we do, and this preseason is an important opportunity to kind of see the roster and understand the depth chart, get prepared for your league. And next week, Liberty Center heads to Archbold for a huge early season matchup with one of the league favorites.
It is going to be a fun one to watch. Hope to see you all out there.
Get your blankets out.
You bet.
Starting on Tuesday or Wednesday. Candy will be there Monday afternoon at 4.
High end over on kick for Otsego. Touch there by the Tigers.
Cam Colley, just getting under the skin.
Otsego a little frustrated.
Return team.
I don't know if Whalen thought that did that touch player there. I think Whalen just in case jumped on that ball.
I don't know where that flag is at, but
holding Liberty on the return.
Well, they'd be holding them up at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
Again, the penalties, I think, guys, Jeremy and Brian, a lot of good things tonight, but this thing could have gotten out of whack much earlier, but the penalties has kind of stymied Liberty a little bit, and I think Casey's got a lot to talk about tomorrow morning.
I think timely penalties. I mean,
yes.
there were 2 penalties that called back touchdowns, right?
Right.
Penalties in a close game are going to really, really hurt. All right. The Tigers take over at the 26. Give up the middle. Good caught. 2. Caught. 26, and he's off to the races. Going to be brought down at the 32.
Tyler Roars there. Great cut at the line of scrimmage. Get to the second level, and he was off the races. Good run there, Tyler Roars.
Been watching his teammates tonight really do some damage after that first level. Liberty's gotten a lot of second level yardage tonight. I mean, they're hitting the hole, Jeremy, and just finding daylight and cutting. Just great feet. A lot of short space explosiveness. Liberty's running backs are on point tonight.
Cutback.com tonight here
at
Tiger Stadium. Here we go. Tight end left, wing left for the Tigers. It's going to be a give of a 0 with not much doing there. No gain in the play. Going to be 2nd and 10 with 3 minutes left in the ballgame.
Yeah, it's great to see. You're starting to see some of these sophomores get some time, and we've talked about this being a senior-laden team like this. These sophomores, they got to work to get into a roster like this. So
big junior and sophomore class. I mean, these classes are stacked and loaded.
Tight end, wing back left. Give is off the left side. Off tackle to Orth. He's going to gain a couple there. Going to bring up 3rd and about 8. 2:28 left.
45-0, and I feel like this game was in hand about midway through the first quarter. You just kind of felt Otsego on that first drive. You know, their signature offense generated virtually nothing, then a pick 6, and that started the downhill run for Liberty.
Mason Smith takes the snap. We had some motion here, some confusion in the sidelines.
Jeremy, we had a late entry into this game. Tyler Roars never stopped to get set. Definitely illegal motion. He came from the sidelines.
And never stopped.
That was a 63-yard motion play.
I thought they might let that go.
Get the ball to Tyler Roars after that long motion. Another penalty. Now, again, not the varsity crew, but a penalty nonetheless.
It is.
We're starting to touch double digits on penalties. And
a little confusion there with some of these subs in and out, I think.
This is good experience and something the coaching staff will certainly address in the coming weeks. Smith under center. Wing right, split right for the Tigers. Toss off the right side to 31. Cut back. A little give and go there. He's brought down around the 16.
I watched number 79, Clayton O'Neill, there with a great block, held his block. The Tiger up 10 yards there, drove his guy back. Good job there by Clayton.
1 minute to go. Ty Jackson with the nice run there. Staff just shuffling in a ton of players. This junior and sophomore class are loaded. 18-plus players in both. I mean, that's a lot of kids.
It is.
To try to get in the game.
Smith under center. Motion left. Going to be a give to the jet motion. Going to be tackled for a loss there, and Otsego will take the ball over on downs.
JT Olcrew. His dad of the Master Massage uptown. I tell you what, Tom Olcrew could give a massage. That guy got into my lats last year and brought tears to my eyes. Man, oh man, I thought it was Godzilla and it was Tom Olcrew. That guy can flat out get into some deep tissue. Yikes.
You gotta love that. Gotta love it.
Yeah. Tom will be all booked up for the next 2 months now, with the endorsement.
All right, 29 seconds and running here in the ball game. Otsego in the gun. They're gonna throw right past the sticks, incomplete.
Job there, Noah Hammondtree in tow and coverage.
And that, Tiger fans, is going to be the ball game. 45-0 here for the Tigers tonight and the home opener. Guys, it's a great time to be a Liberty Center Tiger, isn't it?
I'll tell you what.
The school, the facility, the field,
fantastic. The
new building. I could not be more proud at this time in history to be a Liberty Center Tiger.
Liberty Center's playing some football, Jeremy, and this isn't the first year. I mean, last year your Final Four appearance, league championship. You know, we've stacked a lot of great years. I think this makes Casey 63-17 or something.
Fantastic.
That's ridiculous.
Fantastic.
So, hey guys, I just got word. We are officially in at Archbold, so we will be bringing you the Liberty Center Archbold matchup from the Blue Streaks Stadium here next Friday. We'll go on the air about 6:30. We'll put it all on our Facebook, social media, and whatever. But we can talk about that now that the clock is on zero.
Well, certainly we enjoyed having Jeremy Babcock.
Pleasure to be here.
Step in for the legend Spike Whitman.
The
and
legend.
His brother Brian Babcock adding some additional color. Both guys, great Liberty Center football players from a great Liberty Center family. Just love having you guys up here, and Spike's enjoying it. And it's just it's kind of a family atmosphere when you start getting these guys up here in the booth. Kind of excited to see you guys grow as a color and play-by-play, but we're getting ready to head into a post game here. We got some choices to make. We got a unit of the game. Spike Whitman, unit of the game, a offensive and defensive player. Let's get to the KK Collision post game, Mark.
All right, before we do that, let's thank our sponsors one more time. Hey, while we got a break in the action, let's thank our sponsors because, ladies and gentlemen, without these people, these broadcasts simply cannot happen. KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farms, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pisanello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Center. And again, thank you guys very much for your support. And again, without these people, the broadcasts simply do not happen. All right, guys, it's time for the KK Collision post-game show here from Rex Lingard Stadium, Kern Field. Guys, it's time to get on the campaign train and talk about the offense, defense, and the unit of the game here. Scott, you were campaigning for people like the
one person I was campaigning for.
You never know. I don't follow you around the whole time. But you're out there on the balcony talking, this person and that person, and we've got a mystery guest that's going to text their choice tonight.
Well, we do have a mystery guest, and I think we start with the defensive player of the game. We got Spike Whitman. We've got Brian Babcock, Mark Bly. We will all comment. Spike, defensive player of the game, your thoughts?
Oh, wow. Well, Trent Cruz was a monster. He was everywhere. He was on tackles. He was on pass coverage. The man is illegal. Bottom line.
He's a weapon.
Yes.
Brian, your defensive player of the game.
Spike, I'm going to agree with you. Trent Cruz. Just not only the tackles that he had, but the viciousness that he was playing with, the way he was coming downhill and just striking people tonight was really impressive.
Mark?
I'm going to throw Xander Zeider's name out there again. You watch him now. Okay, he's lined up next to two monsters that get triple and double teamed, but boy, he is really just being effective on plays. He stripped the ball, he forced a fumble, he's been on a lot of tackles. We called his name a lot tonight, so I'm gonna throw his name in.
I think it's a good call. I think Xander's had a great season, and I think we talked about it with Brian earlier. He's been great because Landon Bockelman's great and Seth Navarre's great. But my defensive player of the game and my guest picker, I will share with you. There is no question about it. Trent Cruz tonight, double-digit tackles, and I think he had 12 or 13 tackles and at least 7 monster hits. And he was, Spike, all over the field. I think our title sponsor, Kyle Kern of KK Collision, has chosen Trent Cruz, that man I was lobbying for. So I think I would name it, Spike, the defensive player of the game, getting a pizza from Pizzanello's, our defensive player of the game, Trent Cruz. Now, let's talk about our offensive player of the game. Brian, we'll put you on the spot. You have any ideas on your...
I can't pick Trenton, can I?
You can. You can pick Trenton.
He ran the ball just as well as he did defensively, I think, tonight.
He ran it so well for 137 yards.
Yeah, I kind of got to go with that guy. Trenton Cruz would be my pick for offensive as well.
Mark? You have an idea?
I got to go with that, too. You talk about the big runs. You talk about the vision, and that's what, he's a monster on defense. He loves the block on offense. But when you watched him with those runs right up the gut in the zero, in the one trap, he got into that second line and just saw everything and made some great cuts. And, you got to throw his name in there.
I'm going to let Spike give the last opinion, but I'm going to lean towards Landon Bockelman and Seth Navarre. These guys had enormous expectations, a lot of preseason hype, all deserving. These guys created some Mack truck type holes tonight, and as good as they've been, and they'll be first-team All-League and district players, probably All-Ohio as well before it's all said and done. Those guys are creating very easy looks for our running backs. It's hard to go against Trent. Colton also Cruz tonight goes for 129. But my selection tonight would go to Seth Navarre, Landon Bockelman. But Spike, did you have a final word on this?
I have another choice altogether. Now, this guy isn't loaded with flash and dash or power or anything, but I thought Landon Amstutz, in his second career start, handled himself very adroitly, very filled with composure. He throws a great pass. He's not afraid to pick it up and run it. He had vision when he took off to the right and then saw the lane cut back for 25 yards. And his arm, he threw the fade ball. We still don't know why that wasn't a touchdown, the fade route to Miller.
To Grady, yep.
And I think with him, having injuries in his past, and this is only his second game as a starter at quarterback, I think that guy showed that he's got the mental mettle to lead Liberty Center to some big things.
He's got the it factor, and I think he's a difference maker in a game like next week.
Well,
but
I'm going to throw one phrase out for him, and Spike, that's a great point. But game manager.
Yes,
he manages the game at quarterback.
Smart, good decisions. And, Brian, you talked about the way he handles the ball, holds the fakes.
He's crafty.
And he gets guys open by those fake holds. But to me, I don't know. We can go with Trent. He's certainly deserving, but that offensive line opened up massive holes tonight. So you're the tiebreaker. Is it Trent, or we're going to give it to Seth and Landon Bachman?
There were some massive holes tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Trent Cruz.
All right, Trent Cruz.
Because we're going to talk about the unit next.
Let's do that.
Yes.
So our offensive player of the game and our defensive player of the game, Trent Cruz, maybe played the game of his career tonight. Excellent job by number 5. Now, do you want to introduce this final award?
Yeah, the final award here, we're gonna do something different. They're going to get a very public prize. We're not going to disclose it all yet.
Oh, boy.
But the unit of the game.
The unit of the game.
The unit of the game is going to get a very public prize, and they're going to get it in front of everybody that didn't get the award at practice. So we're gonna save the details of that. And this week we're working out the details, but we're actually going to do a Facebook posting. We're going to do some things. We've got some Spike shenanigans ready to play out. So
this is a Spike-driven award. We all step aside and let the big guy give the unit of the game award. Spike, the floor is yours.
All right. This was a tough decision, like it always is. It's kind of like saying, which one of your kids do you love the most? In my opinion,
that'd be me.
That'd be Captain. Oh, man. Whoa, yeah, that's the kid, all right. Captain's kid. Anyway, and not solely because of that Trent Cruz that got player of the game on defense, but I thought the linebacker crew did a great job. And then when you get if you want to include the snipers on that, because it's a big interchangeable thing, but you got guys that continue to make plays all night long. Waylon Rentz, the middle linebacker. Trent Cruz and Colton Cruz, the outside linebackers. We saw Steve Brogan in there at playing at linebacker. So they're those things are interchangeable, and I'm sure there's a couple more names that need mentioned on this.
Waylon Rentz.
That kid's got a nose for the football.
He's a beast.
It's like manure in the pasture. I mean, he's got a nose for it, and he gets there and he sinks it. He nails the run. It's just a team effort. And the way they flowed to the ball tonight, now, albeit the defensive line, I'm telling you, they helped set all this up. But I'm going to give my unit of the game to the Tiger linebacker core.
I think it's a great choice tonight, Spike. The inaugural Spike Whitman unit of the game. Now, we've got some things to put together, but it's going to be very interesting.
I'm sorry, I was.
It's the linebacker group, the linebacking core.
Well, and we'll have this on our social media, and we'll have it on our streaming platform too. But we're actually going to do something pretty unique. We're going to try to get it together this week. It's going to be fun. It's going to be Spikeisms. It's like the Urbanics dictionary. It's going to be the Spike dictionary. It'll be pretty cool. So the linebacker unit will be the inaugural recipient of this award. We'll talk more about it on our social media as we develop it this week. So great job, guys. So, Spike, why don't you take us home, buddy?
Wow. Well, everybody wonders every game as you build into the season. That was season number 3 in the entire 2023 season. But every game is a season, and every game you wonder where your development is. How good are we? But how good is the other team? And tonight, in a culmination of who played who the last 2 weeks and how that compares, I think tonight the giant has arisen. Liberty Center came to the forefront like cream on fresh milk, rises to the top, and Liberty Center pounds it in. They win it 45-0 over the Otsego Knights. Next week, the Archibald Blue Streaks. Here we go, baby, one of the true arch rivals. With that said, the team is gathered out in midfield, a lot of fans celebrating. So on that note, everybody, good night and good Tiger sports.